If my phone a legend, refone the dresser with a spark. Guess I'm something like a ballet, cause I keep them pussies spark. Pussy niggas pussy, I ain't fucking with your dog. Guess I'm rolling up in air, so I guess I'm going raw. Eddie Murphy money pockets clumped up, got the game.
Man, hey, what's going on with you people? It's another Sunday Fun Day edition of the Rahm Kely Show, aka the Barbecue, aka Big Head Pete and them, aka the Breakfast Sandwich Club,
aka the Breakfast Club sandwiches.
And I am your host, you know what I'm saying, Rahm Lemaine the God. We got DJ Trenby over there. Then we got Angela Shee. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lena? And then we got a very special guest today. You know, it's a very, very, very special guest today. Very personal friend of mine. We got the world famous comedian Bobo Lamb.
Oh wow, world famous.
World famous.
Let me give myself a round of applause there. You know, been out here getting it in for a long time. Honored to be here.
Man, you know what? And I am very blessed to have you out here.
Thank
man.
you, brother.
Very
Thank
blessed,
you very much.
Yeah, man. So for I'm doing a quick little interview, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just to introduce people that don't know who you are. I can't believe they wouldn't. But tell the people that don't know you what you do, man.
Oh man, I do stand-up comedy. I write sketches. I write comedy. I write songs. You know, I'm pretty much that entertainment theatrical guy that loves to perform and heal souls with comedy.
Some of the funniest songs you gonna hear though, for real.
Thank you, sir.
Come get
Like
your
hilarious.
kids, bitch.
Oh, wholesome funnies for the family.
And by the way, I got T-shirts. Come get your,
Come get your kids,
come
bitch.
get your kids, bitch. T-shirt.
That's dope.
You know.
Kids, bitch.
I got Thanksgiving songs, Christmas songs, and I just like, you know, as my comedy evolved, I started to go towards music as well. So, you know, the stand-up, the writing, it's all in the same wheelhouse. The music, it's all right there, you know. So I kind of just like embody all of the components, and then I do my thing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, listen. Speaking of music, this is a perfect segue. Did you guys know that rats have rhythm like humans?
Rats.
And they like music like Lady Gaga and Queen.
And where did you get that information?
I got it from the news, Craig.
Okay.
Hood rats or like hood or lab? We talking
rats.
hood or lab?
Listen, this is science. Listen,
just
this
regular
is science.
rats.
This is a real story. This is a
Okay.
real story. It says scientists have discovered that rats are able to perceive the beat of music and bop their heads along to the rhythm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Oh,
I've
is it-
seen dogs
Rats
do
be
that. I've seen
bopping.
dogs do that.
Listen, didn't y'all see the kid commercial when they was breakdancing?
well,
I thought y'all knew that already.
Oh. Was there
Well-
rats though? I think that was something else, Ron.
Yeah, that was-
I don't think that was rats.
Those
Oh,
was
them
big
was
ass-
gerbils.
There was
Gerbils
like
is
gerbils or some
Ain't
shit,
gerbils
wasn't
just
they?
rats without tails?
No.
well, as you see
I
with
mean, they in the rodent family.
as you see with Kyrie and Kanye,
Oh my
Here we
all
go.
news is not good information.
Coming in hot.
It doesn't mean just because it's written in the book doesn't mean it's true.
Right.
You
Let
know-
me just clear that up right
Facts.
quick.
You know what? You know what? Speaking of that, people say, you know,
What are
so
your thoughts?
I think people, you know, it's good to read, okay,
For sure.
Right.
For
but
sure.
I think people put too much on it. Like y'all think they don't put lies in books too?
Well, you got.
I agree with that.
Well, I agree. You got fiction and nonfiction, correct?
That's
correct.
correct.
So some things are true, some things are fabricated, and something, you know, Santa Claus is not real. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
How would you categorize the Bible?
Ain't no fat white dude
Good point,
bringing no
Travis.
toys to no kid in the hood. He can't even fit down the chimney. But we accept Santa Claus. He's not real.
I don't know when like my friend from across the street, see his daddy died, and it was like from Christmas time. I saw this one fat white man come from over his house. And he had a real good Christmas. You know what I mean? I thought that was Santa Claus.
Oh,
I
no,
think that.
he was over there cutting off the water. That's what he was doing.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was the water company.
Damn. Damn.
Speaking of,
Cold-blooded.
you know, we're thinking of, you know, and that's a perfect segue into some things
Speaking
that
of
are
getting
wet.
water cut off.
I'm just,
No.
no,
Things that are wet. I love
no.
it.
Speaking of things wet,
Oh boy.
did you hear about former Disney star Maitland Ward? She said she's earning 10 times more now doing porn.
Oh, that's.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
that's the
be- I
lady
can
with
believe
the
that.
the fans only page, OnlyFans or whatever.
I don't know who this chick is. I never did watch Disney. She's some redhead.
I know
What was she
Lunel. I
on?
know Lunel popped
Oh
off with one.
shit, Lunel.
She
Did
does.
y'all get hers yet?
Nah, I don't know.
I've seen her sexy pictures.
Lunel got an OnlyFans.
Okay,
Oh
ain't
wow.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong. Listen, okay.
Yeah.
Now y'all judging me.
Who
whatever.
judged you?
Nah, cause we inboxed about it.
I
okay?
love
No, but I
Lunel.
don't remember being. I remember like backing myself out of the conversation.
Whatever. So listen, man.
I don't remember any judgment being passed.
How old is too old for OnlyFans?
No
Barely,
age.
no limit.
No
limit.
age.
No
the,
age.
Sky, the sky's the limit.
Yeah,
Dude,
Sky's the limit.
obviously.
live your life. Do your thing.
Right.
You
If
know,
you
don't.
can search elder porn on Pornhub, they can have OnlyFans.
Elder porn.
Exactly.
I have never searched fucking
You
elder
ain't never
porn.
looked up
Don't
old
judge
people.
me.
Grandma
I'm not
porn.
judging, but
Hold on,
I'm
wait,
about to
stop.
look
It's,
right
it's,
now.
it's actually mature.
Yeah,
Great grandma porn.
It's
How many
mature.
greats? It's too many greats.
It's mature porn.
But great.
I'm about to look it up.
Hey,
Right.
so
That shit
I don't
wild,
think the word is
dog.
actually elder porn, but I have looked it up because my curiosity gets the best of me most.
What
Whoa.
you
Whoa.
type? What you type?
Cause I don't
Triple G
I think I
great.
just put like old people having sex or something.
Oh, you
Nah.
wild.
You want to
wild as
You
hell.
want to really lose your
I
mind?
was
Yeah.
curious.
You want to really lose your mind? Type in slavery days porn.
oh man,
Then you will see Harriet Tubman getting down.
Oh,
they got,
man.
they got
That's
'em
like
all.
reverse cut kind
I'ma
of,
do
because it's
it.
like, yeah, that's fucked
The
up.
worst thing I seen.
Nah, that is
it's not even
kinda
worse.
fucked up.
You ever seen chicken nugget porn?
Nugget porn. Yes.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget or nugget?
I think I did both, and
Because
it
nugget
looked
porn,
that
I,
word- you
I
looked
know
that
what
up?
It all
nugget
ended
porn.
up in
It
the
went to
same
the same
place.
thing. Okay, yeah, I know what nugget porn
What
is.
does that mean?
Okay, I look,
It's like amputee
Oh,
porn.
why is that?
okay.
Amputee?
Just
They got
think of a
nuggets,
person.
I guess.
Oh,
They got nuggets? I don't-
my
wait, I don't get it.
gosh,
Think of
that
a-
is
okay.
ridiculous.
If you really think about it, a person, if they got no arms and no legs, they
They're-
kind of
Look like a
shaped like a
nugget.
nugget.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
fucked up.
mad.
Oh, my
I
God.
Like
a
ain't
McDonald's
gonna watch
nugget.
that.
Yeah, kind of. Like y'all ain't never seen
They
that.
look like a chicken nugget,
I mean,
like a McDonald's chicken.
I
The
mean,
McDonald's got
I'm
like 4
mad at
different
y'all.
shapes
It's
though. Which
kinda-
one? You
I
talking about the
mean-
circle one?
well,
They be going mad hard.
well, yeah. I mean, there's BBW nuggets that kind of.
Hey, all you amputees at home, I respect you guys. I don't think you look like a chicken
Yeah,
nugget. That's wrong.
disclaimer.
Listen, I am not
The
able to.
views of the chicken.
I have absolutely nothing
No.
to do against the
Yeah.
handicapped
Yeah.
community.
Exactly.
Don't be blocking me from my commercials.
No, for real, sure. It's somebody. For
I never heard that.
everybody.
I really never heard that one. That's
What nugget porn?
of calling somebody an amputee a chicken nugget.
No, I just.
I found
was-
it on the internet.
It's her.
It was me. That was my
Yeah.
fault.
Damn.
I'm the one that
Uh.
I was like, hey, Google nugget porn.
They got Ku Klux Klan porn too, KKK porn.
I can believe that.
They got the hoods on and
Ah,
everything.
but nah,
You
you
ain't
know
never
what?
seen it?
No.
The most craziest
Me
thing.
neither.
The most craziest thing I seen I seen a couple and like they had horse heads.
No way.
Oh, but that's not that weird. I don't think compared to the other
Fucking
stuff.
ain't. You
Nah.
ever seen it?
No, I never clicked
You
it, but I
ever
feel like
seen
that
two people
that's more
You
popular
ever
on
seen two people fucking in horse heads?
Nah.
Yes.
But
He said yes.
You clearly.
I've
and
seen
you
the
said
horse
so
head.
The engineer has
profoundly.
seen it.
Yes.
I've
So
seen worse.
profoundly.
Yeah, he be
Same.
saying the
Yeah.
wildest
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, man,
I've been
yeah.
down some rabbit holes.
You
But
have
that horse
the
head,
nastiest
I've seen that
rabbit
horse
hole
head
you've
in a
been
lot of
down.
different
Shayla.
like.
Shayla, if you've been down the rabbit hole, I've been down the rabbit hole that came out the rabbit's mouth.
Probably.
Wow.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I
would
want to
not
hear
doubt it.
something.
You win.
Example.
I would not doubt
I
it.
don't.
I can't say it.
You can't. Okay.
Whoa.
NSFW.
Legal reasons.
Oh boy, I really
Damn.
want to know now.
Like
I
legal
So-
reasons.
really want to
You
know
know, speaking
now.
of somebody who is going to need some help, so speaking of legal reasons, did y'all hear about the woman who pled guilty to hitting her neighbor with a 10-pound meat stick in the supermarket?
Oh no, I don't.
10-pound meat stick. What's that?
A 10-pound
Like a
log of
big
meat.
ass.
Oh, okay. Nah, she had to plead guilty because she hit her neighbor with a 10-pound log of meat in Walmart. Okay,
A meat
y'all-
log.
A meat log. Yeah, like y'all
Yeah, you
think
see
she?
them in the grocery store all the time.
Yeah, y'all think she was black or white?
Hit you with
White.
the stick.
Black.
I know what she was because
Oh,
somebody
okay.
sent it to me, so I
Definitely
can't
black.
answer that
She was
question.
definitely black. Hell yeah, she
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
black chick.
So he pissed her off. What did he
One
do
of
to
my-
make her do that?
It was a
It's
guy.
real- It's the real question.
It
Yeah,
was
she
a
was
chick.
provoked.
Oh,
One of my
man.
friends from New York sent it to me like, it's wild where you at because it happened in Ohio.
Ohio,
and they was
wild.
like, oh, what y'all doing in Ohio?
Ohio wild to the
It
motherfucker.
wasn't
So
me.
she hit him with a
They
glizzy.
wildin'.
Okay, I got it.
A 10-pound glizzy.
10-pound.
We need to play that
What
song.
would you do?
If
No,
somebody hit you with a
think
meat
about it,
stick,
think about it.
Like, how would you react to
What
that?
would you do if you got hit in the head with a 10-pound piece of meat?
Bitch slapped her with a chicken breast.
Like,
Oh my
I would
God.
definitely be startled at first.
Yeah,
Like-
and then
I'd
I
be
don't know what I would
angry.
do next.
I'd
Just
be
boom.
angry and I'd probably
like,
react.
like,
My point is, did you not see it coming? I mean, how do
Right.
you
You couldn't
Right.
duck.
how do
Wait
you
till
go
you
through
pick
the
that up.
motion of getting ready? To
Well, if it was a Karen, I feel like a lot of times Karens do wild stuff and then turn around like nothing's
No.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
so
he
it might have
shouldn't-
been like that.
he must wasn't looking.
I don't
Yeah.
think I
Oh,
would
was it
ever
dude?
be
She was
ready for
black.
any pound just meat coming in my face. I don't think I would be ready for that. I don't think this.
And then do you throw one back? Like I don't know, because then
Oh, if you hit me with a 10-pound,
like
thing,
are
I'm
you
gonna
just
hit you back.
swinging or are you getting another thing?
Like a big ass turkey.
Nah, you gonna get these hands.
But just imagine what that argument must have been about to get to that point. What was that? What was
How did they
what
get
was the
there?
disconnect communication wise?
You know what? It was her neighbor, so she knew the bitch.
Right.
Okay, she knew the bitch.
The article was very vague.
Yeah, it was very vague. She said,
details.
Yeah, she probably
shit.
She probably was like, you know what? You're gonna
Shit
have
her
to
a couple of times.
keep your dog from shitting on my goddamn grass.
Something like
I'm gonna
that.
bust you in your head with this 10-pound glizzy.
Like I can hear the threat. The threat sounds like something I can hear. Like I'm gonna do this, but then the actually doing it, that part seems wild. Like I could hear something.
So it sounded like it was a build up before they got to that part.
Yeah.
They was in the store.
And
she
then they
was
ran
like,
into each other
got this
in the
opportunity.
store, and
Yeah,
then
for
it
real.
went down. You know,
If I ever see you in aisle 9, I'm about to smack you in the head with a
Going
10-pound.
down.
Oh,
10-pound
okay.
glizzy.
Okay. Nope.
Don't let me catch you in aisle.
Nope. I'm about to tell you what happened.
okay.
Oh.
It appears as though one woman took a packet of toilet rolls from the other two women, prompting a fight to break out.
Toilet
I
paper?
think said their
Toilet
neighbor.
paper.
This is from 2020.
No, this is from 2022. This is from another
Yeah,
day.
it just happened.
It just
They're
happened.
still fighting over toilet paper.
Slapped in the face with some
Shit's
meat
still
A
real.
couple
out here.
over
times.
TP.
Say that again. That's the drop right there.
Slapped in the face with some meat.
Wow.
Ooh.
Toilet paper
Been
is
there.
a scam, though.
Right.
It
So
wasn't
that's
10
what-
pounds of meat,
thank
Under
you.
though.
the certain, you
Toilet
know,
paper
Toilet
is
paper is a
circumstance.
scam.
It is like
You gotta use a baby wipe, or you gonna have shit stained drawers right away.
Oh, yeah.
How many times you wipe your ass and it's still there? You know, you can walk it around with it. You can't like
You know what, one of my key-
you can't take a number 2, then sit on the toilet and then use toilet paper and then pull your drawers back up.
Yeah, that's
and then
kinda
go
If the
down
sink
and
is
then,
too far
and
away,
then
that's
go
what you gotta
sit
do.
down.
if
You know, you're gonna have a football in your drawers.
Oh.
You're gonna have a college football.
That's,
Yeah.
Football, though.
that's,
when
why
you
you get
get-
a, that's why you get a bidet.
that's when you
Yeah.
get
Get
the
a
itchy butt.
bidet.
Or baby, baby
you know-
wipes. I feel like is
Okay.
is better than
Or
toilet
no,
paper.
okay,
You
hold
can
on,
wet
hold
the
on. Wait,
toilet
wait,
paper
wait,
and then
wait,
get
wait.
inside your
But
booty
that's some
hole.
Y'all
that's
niggas
some
really
homeless
walking
people
around
shit
with baby
though.
wipes?
Use not.
Wait, y'all niggas really got baby wipes from
I
y'all
just
shit?
wet
I mean,
the toilet
adult,
paper.
grown people wipes.
You got wipes?
They in the bathroom.
Grown up
Man,
wipes.
yeah,
They in the bathroom. Yes.
they in the bathroom?
Flushable,
Yeah. In the bathroom.
flushable wipe.
You don't?
I don't even flush them. I
You
put
try.
them motherfuckers in the trash. Take the trash
So your
out.
garbage
Was
can't
that
be smelling
somebody
like
who came
boo-boo?
here
Nope,
before
you
that
just
said
throw
they
it away.
shower every time they poop?
Yeah, that's too much. I'm not
Yeah, that's
showering.
different.
Like,
That's
who is?
I
I,
gotta-
don't even.
I gotta
One
put
time
the
we
lotion
had a
on my
guest
body.
that said that was like, nah, every time I poop, I gotta take a shower. Like,
Just
But-
get the wet toilet paper.
Yeah, the
and
grown up
clean your
wipes is right next to the
butthole.
toilet paper.
But you think about it. Besides your relationship,
This nigga changing his.
But besides your relationship with God, the other biggest relationship you're gonna have is with your ass.
With your ass. With your whole self. Not
And-
just your whole
and-
self.
and
With
that's
your
true.
ass.
Every day, you gotta
Yeah.
deal with your ass.
Yeah, some people.
It
Yeah,
Wait,
some
I like how he said it did.
God
She
won.
Look at Beyonce. As fine as she is, she gotta deal with her ass.
gotta
Yeah,
with
some-
her ass.
some people-
Every day.
Yeah, some people treat their ass like a temple. Some people treat it like a carnival.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a great. We should expound on that.
On what? On what part?
On
the ass being a carnival.
Yeah,
ass
let's
being
talk
a
about
carnival.
that part.
Yes.
That part. It can be fun.
I remember I had sex with this girl. I remember this one time I had sex with this girl. And we was doing it from the back, and her asshole looked like a cave. And in my mind, I was like, "What happened to
cave?
you?"
Oh, so she was
You know
doing
what?
anal on the regular.
Listen. I knew. I
Probably
think.
owed some butt plugs.
I think I knew her because she had
Hell no.
hemorrhoids and it looked like stalagmipes that was hanging in the cave.
Anytime your voice go, I don't know.
What's how did you?
I've never been in there, but this is my first time getting the punani from the back, and then I grab both booty cheeks, and then pop, and the booty is like
Did you go, hello,
cave
hello?
dive or something like.
Oh my God.
Is anybody alive out there?
Somebody been skydiving in her ass.
We're not gonna
Damn.
open booty hole shame, okay? That's what we're not gonna do. You know, like,
Gaping.
that's what it's called. We're not gonna gaping shame. Some people
Gape
like
shame.
that. Yeah. We're not gonna gape.
And this
shame.
is cave radio,
You know,
so I mean,
it's
we're
cave
definitely.
radio.
Oh, so nice.
cave
we're
radio where
definitely-
gaping happens.
That
so.
fit.
She's actually been into more freaky shit than I thought.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? And that-
And then you wonder where I get my jokes from.
Listen,
Oh my God.
but listen, I got a theory on that though.
On
I got no, not on gapes.
Oh.
on women are freakier than men. Okay,
Yeah, of
and like every time, and I think that women wait to see how freaky we are, to see before they show us how freaky they are.
Facts.
Because you ain't never
Or
introduced a woman to nothing.
they
Yeah.
hide from you all the freaky shit they did until you find out.
Oh, they-
like all the freaky stuff they did before you got there. Like I discovered that cave booty.
Oof. You know what? You know
That
what?
was new to
This
me.
is what I noticed about women. This is what I noticed about women. They don't necessarily hide.
Just don't
They
divulge.
just don't tell you about it.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
that's
Right,
something.
it's
But they
on a-
could have
it's all on a
tried. They
need
could
to
have
know
tried
basis.
something
Exactly.
to please
Like, if
somebody,
you
but
don't
not
need to
necessarily
know,
like
why
it.
are we talking about this if you don't need to know?
Exactly.
When I
So that-
found this out, let me tell you something. When
Did
I
it bother
found
you?
this out, my stomach was stuck to her booty hole. It was
I'm
so hard.
mad at you,
What?
Bobo.
Boom! It was so hard.
I'm
It
so
popped
mad.
off like
Not suction. Not- listen.
like a plunger. It was like boom.
It sounds
Stop
like-
it, sir.
If that's the situation, it sounds like she really doesn't love you. She just settled for you.
Oh,
Damn.
boy.
Well, it was my first time being back there. My point is, somebody else been dealing with that.
Oh yeah, listen.
Somebody created that
For
game.
my stomach,
But
to-
somebody was
for
mining.
my
for-
stomach to stick to it and
It
boom,
happened
pop
fast
up.
today.
Yeah, like
happened
I know
fast
it did. It did.
Coming
It
in
happened.
hot today.
Listen, normally, you know what? This is why I love my
It's
show.
like
I
the
love
second
my
hour.
show.
Usually.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
normally
usually
the second hour. We're
Before we
like-
talk about mining
Yeah, we-
reruns, it usually
All right,
takes
change
around
the subject.
45.
No. This is how we do.
Mining.
It's fine. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, no, but women freakier than us. You know what I'm saying?
Also, more detailed about the stories too.
What you mean?
Like you ever hear just a group of women talking about like how they had sex with their guys is like incredibly finely detailed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
see
do.
what you're
We
saying.
do.
Yeah.
We do. We want to. Yep. We want you to experience it. Like we did.
Well, the number one thing you should always ask a woman before you get in a relationship with her. The number one thing you should always ask.
How's your
ask her-
relationship with your father?
You bet.
Besides
That's
that.
one. But the number one thing you should always ask a woman before you decide to be in a monogamous relationship with her is, have you ever been in any gangbangs before?
No.
I don't want to
You
find
don't-
out later
no.
that 11 dudes.
I
But you
don't
think she gonna
wanna
answer
know.
truthfully though? She gonna answer truthfully?
She's
No.
gonna be like, yeah.
No.
Two or three.
Yes, I
No.
can do that.
Like I feel like that's something nobody's gonna tell the truth about. for real.
Listen, but you can see
Or
the
even threesome, they're gonna lie about that because, like, once you answer yes,
Okay.
then it's gonna be like
a
nah.
threesome. You can ask them. Okay, there's women here. You know what I'm saying?
Or no, a two-man
Yeah.
threesome. So
You can ask them
gangbang or
that
whatever.
after a couple drinks, and then they'll let it. Yeah, I had one in college. All women in college. If you went to a university, a 4-year university,
All of them had.
every last one of them
had-
had a threesome or gangbang.
Yeah, but that's like asking a guy if he's ever been a part of the train.
Nah.
What you mean a part of the train?
Like, have you been in line?
Right.
Oh, I always have to go
This
first.
nigga,
Oh, yeah, to
I
get the
love
girl.
him,
Only
yeah.
be first. If
To
you're
get
not
the
first,
girl.
you nasty.
If you in there at
If you-
all,
if
you
you're not-
nasty.
If you're not first, you nasty.
How
Like,
you in the
that's
room?
it.
How you in the room with your dick out with a bunch of other dicks
Okay,
out?
because this is how it happened first. This is how it happened.
No,
You in there
it
first.
does not
And then the
happen.
other dicks come in, and then you
I mean,
leave.
You are not in a room full of glizzies.
I
But
can't
isn't
do
that
The glizzy line.
isn't that just a lesser version of the strip club? Like you're all in the room with a bunch of dudes getting aroused at the same time to a girl.
Right.
So that's
No,
like
you get
holding
no.
on
You
to
got
the
your
girl.
clothes on.
but still you're aroused. The nigga right there is aroused. So
I
isn't
I
that
have
just
no
to a
idea
lesser
about
extent?
that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but
Like-
I'm not seeing,
okay,
but I'm not
ladies.
seeing his dick. I'm
Let's
not
ask
about
the
to
women.
pull
Let's
sloppy
ask the women.
seconds.
Because I
Right.
see.
I'm looking at the naked girl on stage.
Facts.
Listen, I
So
just.
I mean, well, I don't know.
I
but
mean,
he's
with the
looking at the
bust-up
naked
thing,
girl
with the gangbang thing, I
in the
couldn't-
line.
Right.
I couldn't. Like, if I'm not first, I can't maintain an erection with a room full of dicks hard. It's just.
I can't be in a room full of dicks hard.
Like-
That's where you.
like, why
That's
I'm
where
gonna be
we
there?
disconnect
You know what I'm
at
saying?
right
What-
there.
I
So
don't-
could
I
you get
don't-
a lap dance after this group of niggas got a lap dance by that baddest girl? And
I don't
they
like
probably
strip clubs.
Have you never been to a strip club?
I've been there. I
That's
don't like them
that's
because the
disgusting.
When I go-
the titties smell like breath.
Only if you
Like breath?
Bro,
Look.
What kind
Smell
of
like
titties
breath.
you
Let the
sound
lady
The
talk.
ones
Let
that
the
titties
lady
are-
I will
talk.
agree that some strip clubs do have that epidemic that they're not all like grade A,
Okay.
But
Also
how
not.
can you just not like they're so
Okay.
beautiful.
It's not like I
Strip
don't
clubs are
like
nice.
them.
Right.
Such a
It's
beautiful.
not like I
It's a
don't like
vibe.
them.
It's a
It's just
vibe.
like, okay,
Yeah, that's a
I
massive.
see. I mean, am I taking these titties home with me?
Right.
You know what
Oh.
I'm saying?
Well,
No,
me,
but that's
whenever
not the point.
It's- yeah,
That's
it's
not the point, right?
entertainment.
See,
It's
whenever I
entertainment.
go to the strip club and the lady come want to give me a lap dance, I always tell her up front, if I don't get on the hard, I'm not paying you.
I mean, I'm not
Like,
mad
if
at that.
If you don't make it get hard, I
Not
can't
mad at
pay
that.
you for them little half a records y'all do.
Well,
What did she
it's
say?
my
No.
God.
So
Yeah,
get
you
to
know
work.
what?
Get
You know
to
what?
work.
That's a scam, man.
Yeah,
Now,
because they
that's a
don't do a
goddamn
whole
scam.
song. No,
Doesn't
they
she just
never
say
do.
no?
Dude,
They never do.
They
That's a
give you
scam.
they
They
give you
cut
a
the songs
first
off
verse.
on purpose.
You get one verse.
You get a half a
You know what I'm
record.
saying? And you be like, what?
And
verse and the chorus.
nobody's saying nothing.
Nobody
but Bobo
saying
Lamb.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nobody say
them
nothing
clocks,
but me.
clocks be hella sped up. Like,
Them
all right, y'all get
shit-
15
yeah.
minutes. Then 15 minutes is like
Them
2-3
songs
minutes.
are
Nah,
cut, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey y'all,
Nah.
I had a lap
I know it's the
dance
third
one
verse.
time.
You
I
got a
had,
lap dance?
oh yeah, I had a lap dance one time from a girl at a strip club, and it smelled like soapy ass.
Yeah, so she probably washed it before she
Real
came.
fast, but
Some of
didn't
them-
get it
She just
quite
uses toilet paper
good.
for sure.
But here's the real question: did you let her finish that lap dance, or did you push her off?
I let her finish.
So then that means you nasty too.
Some-
I am nasty.
Some of them
I
just
let
go
her
in the shower, like, in
finish.
between sets.
But I just was judging it, but I did let her finish.
Next to the right person.
I just don't get the.
We
I-
about to clown in here.
I just don't get the appeal anymore because you're pretty much paying like $20 to get blue.
I
balls
didn't
for
buy
like
the
30
dance.
seconds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The
I
dance was
like-
bought for me.
It's a
Yeah.
scam.
Right? So,
Yeah.
fuck.
But I
Okay.
was just saying because like if you're saying the gangbang thing is sus, then when it's strip club going be sus too because
Right.
you're doing the similar things. Like this group of dude, the baddest girl they want, and then you want her after. But you know what I'm saying? They're doing weird shit with her, and then
But
I'm gonna do weird
nobody's
shit
You
next.
know what? Speaking
Penetrating.
of weird
Huh.
shit,
I'm
I'm
saying neither one of them
segue.
are sus to me. I was just comparing if one's sus to me, both are sus.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the gangbang itself. I have
Yeah.
a problem with the secret of the gangbang.
Mhm.
And now this girl is your woman now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
guy
well,
gangbangs
well,
are less
hold
secretive.
on.
Guy
Okay.
gangbangs are
Okay.
less
Secret.
Hold
secretive.
on. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Niggas be
Let's
proud to
real.
talk about
nope,
gangbangs.
Nope. Fuck
I'm
that.
not-
Let's that.
I would
Nope.
never
Nope.
talk
Nope.
about
Fuck
Let's
that.
hear
Let's be real.
round.
I
Let's
wouldn't
be
even.
real.
I wouldn't
Let's
even
be
go
real.
2-1 on a bitch.
Let's be real.
That's called Eiffel towering.
Why y'all
Not
niggas
2 to
is
1.
y'all don't want to ask these questions? Y'all don't want to know those answers. If she's giving you, if you meet a woman and she's giving you the guac 3000, nigga, she had to learn the 700, the 750,
my
the
God.
850,
Yeah.
the 900,
She had
the
to level up
1500.
to
You
get
know
to
what I'm
that
saying?
point. How
The
she
fucking
practiced?
2000. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, the Guac 3000 and all that is great, but you ain't never really ran into a woman that give a great blowjob until she got the pelican. You know about the pelican?
Fuck is the
Pelican.
Pelican.
Pelican?
Oh, you
The
can
Pelican?
argue- well,
I ain't never heard of it.
Describe
Wait a minute.
it.
Pelican.
Do tell.
Right.
The pelican. That's
Enlighten
what-
us,
You
please.
seen the pelican on the Wildlife Channel?
uh-huh.
How it
Uh-oh.
it
You talking
dives
about-
in the water,
Yeah.
go way down deep, and get the fish.
Yeah.
She got the pelican. She got the.
Oh,
you can play-
That
okay,
big ass
okay.
gullet.
You
That
talking about
Oh,
the
yeah,
gullet,
that-
though.
you
You talking about
You could apply the same logic to guys and eating out. Like how many times, how long were they the scuba driver before they became the holy diver?
Wow.
Listen.
Wow. Good
Yeah.
point.
Scuba
How
diver
many-
and
It's
a
yeah.
logical.
holy
It's
driver.
logical.
Yep.
No,
How
I'm with
many
you on the Mario
lollipops have
Winans.
you
I'm with you on the
licked?
Mario
I don't
Winans.
wanna
She got the
know.
I'm with
pelican.
you on
Right,
that.
like that's the way I feel though. Like I feel
Hey.
like I don't even know why people
Cause
ask
it's-
those questions because you really don't want to know.
You don't
If
wanna
you like
know.
But
that
you do want to know.
person-
I mean,
No,
you
but
want
you
you want
need to
But I
know.
mean, like
you
not
don't.
not
Long as
numbers,
you're-
not
you don't
numbers,
need
but like
to
you
know
want to
history.
slut, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you want
listen.
to.
like don't give me details, but you want like a slut, right?
You want a
Like
clean.
you
slut,
didn't
so
never
as
got
long
get-
as
What you
her-
say, Ryan?
Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If every woman who done went to college has a 4-year degree, done had a lot of random fucking and sucking. You know what I'm saying?
And a lesbian face.
Period.
From
She-
different fraternities.
Period.
A lesbian face.
Man,
lesbian
fucking
face.
fraternities, fucking football
Bi-curious.
teams, like fucking motherfucking shit lacrosse. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's a black chick from Finkel right now who's fucking a lacrosse player just because she ain't never heard of that.
You know,
And she in college right now.
You know, I always
LAX.
heard the band girls were the biggest whores.
But that's my point exactly. You know, you wanna. These are questions you really don't want to know the answer to, but you need to know the answer
I
to
don't-
See that
before
you,
you decide to.
You don't
No,
need
this-
to know.
this my
like,
thing.
Involve
details.
love.
No, the only okay.
You don't need to know. You don't want to know details.
No.
As long as the person does not have something transmissible, you know what I'm
Right.
saying,
Oh, yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
right? You
That's-
don't need to know the history
I can't-
of somebody because you're going to get your motherfucking feelings
Yeah,
hurt.
that's like equal to like a girl looking at your phone. Like it's only bad thing can happen. Like if she says a good thing, then you're not gonna just be like, oh well, she's good now. Like, you're
Right.
still gonna be thinking this bitch lying. Just
Right.
like if a girl go through a guy phone, like he maybe not find nothing. She's like, she's not. Oh, he's good. He's not cheating. So I
Right.
feel like it's only potential to fuck yourself up. Like,
Exactly.
There's also a second phone.
yeah.
That's
There's
it.
al-
The
also-
bad phone.
Good show. Y'all got a good show
There's
here.
there's the family
Appreciate
phone and the whore phone.
right.
You know
Shut
what?
your
Too,
ass
I used
up,
to have
boy.
listen.
You always
no,
say the
no,
wildest
but-
shit.
But he telling the truth, cause I know when I was
When
married.
you was out here.
Listen,
second
when I
phone?
was
Out
married,
here?
yes, I had a phone. I had a whole phone.
Damn.
I had a whole phone and I had a house phone.
I was
You know what I
married
mean?
for
Yeah.
13 and a lot of years, almost 14 years, and I never had no secondary fucking phone.
Was you a hoe?
Because you,
No,
you,
I was super
okay.
famous.
Because you weren't a
Well, then,
whore,
yeah.
so the
You was
whore
married-
phone
wait a minute,
was
wait a
okay.
minute.
Okay, you
You was
okay.
married for 13 years?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that pelican.
Wait.
then, okay.
Goddamn right, I got that motherfucker.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, damn. What's
But wait, you're
like
not married
that.
no more, right?
No sir.
Yeah.
So then what happened? You never got the new phone or no?
Right. Did you get a
The
second phone
Pelican
after?
started
I
wearing
still
off.
don't have a
Like,
new
I
phone.
need
No,
one for
no,
my
no.
hoes now.
I think that the contract
I don't
just
want you calling my
expired.
regular
on
The
the
contract?
marriage. Yeah, the contract expired on the marriage.
All right, so let me ask y'all a question.
What you got?
Hold on, but speaking of like
Motherfucker.
relationships, this is Siskel and Ebert. Come on. Shit, freaking frat over there. Now, how do y'all feel about this? Are y'all single until you're married? Or
Oh my god.
Oh,
know.
like
No,
yeah, I don't
No.
think so either.
I don't think. I think that's
Okay.
bullshit.
because you
Some
know how
people
your
say-
status is single.
Some people say
Like
you're
when you're-
single until you're married.
No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
if
no.
you are
I
taken,
disagree because
you are
you know,
taken.
Is that some new bullshit?
you know.
That's not no new bullshit. People
Anytime,
saying it all the time.
anytime you got to go get some white man's paperwork to justify what you're doing, you got a problem anyway. I believe that you should just treat people the way you want to be treated,
That's a good
and
one.
then go from there. Don't get all caught up in that. We need some court papers and all this different stuff, because all that stuff just gonna cost you money. It's about money.
Good point.
It's about the communication.
I'll never get married
Preach.
again.
Communication. If you
Hell
communicate
no.
properly,
I'm getting married.
Me-
Fuck
you have
y'all.
a
Yeah, a lot of people,
They give you
refuse,
some
a
snaps
lot of
for
people
that.
refuse to admit that
Preach.
marriage is also a business deal.
It's a business.
Absolutely.
I will be in an exclusive relationship, but I will not get married again.
You know what? That's because you married a sucker.
You could
Yeah.
I
I'm
did
saying.
not marry a sucker, and
I ain't saying
you know,
he a sucker because I don't know.
Yeah.
All I'm
13
saying is
years,
not
she
it is-
married a good guy.
I'm
Hell
not saying
yeah,
no,
that's
no,
the father of all
listen,
four of my
I'm not
kids.
But
saying
that-
he is
but
sucker
that
something like that.
relationship to
What I'm
last-
saying is like this. What I'm saying is like this. Just because one thing go bad, you know what I'm saying? You
It
don't
didn't
want
go bad. It just
is
was,
y'all together
it was
now?
over.
Wait, stop. Is y'all together now?
no,
it ain't go-
we still
ain't-
friends
it
and
ain't go
parents
good
of our kids.
To death do us part.
You can fall out of love.
Let me tell
You
you
know what I'm saying?
something.
No.
But you know what? The real-
The
I'm
contract.
still rad for my ex-husband.
Right.
That's
No,
But
my-
I
that's
understand
my
that.
dog.
I'm on your
That's
side.
my
Hold
dog.
on.
I'm on
Wait
That's
a
the
minute.
father of all four
hold
of my
on.
kids.
Listen,
I
what
want to
I'm-
hear Ram. Come on,
Yeah,
Ram.
go
Listen
ahead.
what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, okay, but as far as that contract, the shit failed. It didn't work out. Y'all niggas not married
It
no
just
more.
ended. It didn't fail.
Who
The
knows?
shit
but
just ended.
who knows?
It's
Maybe they.
over.
Who
It
knows?
didn't
Maybe they
say-
can catch feelings
Okay.
like 5-10 years down the line.
Okay. Now when I say
said could.
fail, I have no negative connotation to that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's just not together now. A marriage is supposed to be there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So just because one didn't work out, that don't, you know what I'm saying? I hate to hear people say, no, I'm never gonna do it again.
Yeah,
Because
well.
like if you fall and hurt your knee, are you never gonna try to run again?
But the reality of life is this.
I just feel like I did it already.
The reality of life is this. Some people grow together. Some people grow apart. Now they was together 13 years.
We was
with
together longer than that.
With longer than that with 4 children. So I don't consider that a failure. I consider it they just decided to go their separate ways. Like, is it? Do
Okay.
people really stay together for the rest of their life? My grandfather died. And 10 years later, my grandmother died. Now, he left her in another
Okay.
kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now whether this is all I'm saying, whether whatever people consider it or not, you know what I'm saying? Successful is continue lasting, is still a unit.
But see, let me tell you something, Rahm. I just want to let you know, for real, I'm serious. We did marriage counseling multiple times. You know what I'm saying? We had tried to have like interventions with like our moms. You know what I mean? Like to try to listen to both. We tried on this motherfucking marriage.
Yeah, I didn't say
And
y'all
look,
failed. It failed.
no.
Have
I'm
you
just
been
saying.
married, Ron?
Let me
I
hear
have,
this.
and it
No,
failed.
no,
I
no.
wanna hear
All that I'm saying
I
is
want to
that-
hear what she's saying.
All that I'm saying is that it is senseless to force some shit to try to work for the sake of anything other than this is the right thing. This is the right fit.
Love.
If the shit is
Yeah.
over, you know what I mean? And trying to stay together for the kids.
Mhm.
That
Right.
shit is
I don't think
no.
nobody want to do that.
Everybody deserves happiness. I mean, I'm telling you, now that we are
Absolutely.
divorced, we are so much better in communication and interaction.
That's
so
awesome.
much better. The shit works better because it's not that pressure of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Us trying to be romantic and we don't feel like that about each other anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
y'all handled it in the most mature way possible.
You know what I'm saying? Just be there for it. Play your part as
Right.
dad.
Y'all already had sex 200,000 times.
Oh my
13
God.
years.
Oh my
13
God.
years equals 200,000 times.
And maybe,
All
How
right,
many?
so listen.
and maybe you might
200,000
catch-
pelicans.
200,000?
and maybe you might catch those
200,000
feelings again in the future.
$200, whatever they call it. Yeah.
So, who knows?
All right, so listen. Okay, I got a
That's what
question.
you
So, question. So, if men and women had to switch sexes, who do you think would tap out first?
I tap
Man.
out.
Man.
Wait, hold on.
Like not want to do it no more.
As to what? Like,
Say that again, Ron. Let's get this
Yeah, I
under
need
control.
clarification.
Say that again.
If men and women switch sexes.
just in general.
Men
so like,
couldn't
if we
take no
if
dick.
y'all had to,
just
Men couldn't take no dick.
if y'all-
Wait, from a physical standpoint, men would tap out first. From an emotional standpoint, women would tap out
I
first.
think I'm about to lead a podcast. What time is it?
thank you, Chris. Like
Because I don't think a lot of women do not understand how stars.
okay. I think Chris got where I was trying to head with the
Oh,
question.
maybe I took it in a different direction.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Like
I'm
we
sorry,
as men know all the bullshit we go through. Okay.
Because
Them as women know all the bullshit that they go through.
I get you.
Okay. If the roles was reversed, do you think you can handle the
Being
normal?
a woman, like-
being a
So
woman.
I feel like is it easier to be a man or a woman? But I feel like it's hard to because it's just the sus stuff that comes up because like now you're a girl and all that. So I feel like that kind of blocks all of it.
I mean,
But I think the main baseline question is:
Yeah,
is
like-
it easier to do that or do that?
Like, who would say, like, how long could you last? Okay, how long could you last
Being in that role.
being a woman?
Being
know
a
what I'm
woman is
How long?
something I would never want to do. I'm so
Yeah.
happy with who God made me as a person. This ends up going back to your relationship with God. No man should want to be a woman. No woman should want to be a man. We have been led down this road of debauchery and bullshit.
Listen.
But to answer your question, I can't. Your turn.
I just want to say I don't know. My stance is not exactly Bobo's stance on people should not want to be the other one. I think
Okay.
you can want to
Okay.
be the other one if you want to
I'm
be.
gonna call you Mr. Politically
my
correct.
answer.
He
answer
don't want
is
nobody
that
mad.
I do not want to be no woman.
I would
I don't,
love to be
but-
a man,
Would you?
I can see
and
that.
I would enjoy my life as a man.
I can see that.
Because I feel like my personality in general, just the way that I am,
Yeah.
tends to lean more towards the
Masculine.
male, the
Yeah,
masculine
I see
energy.
that.
And because I am a girl, I get faulted for that. But if I was a guy, it would be like they'd be like,
She don't even want
yeah,
period
Shayla,
nigga.
I can see you with a big ass dick.
absolutely. And I would like helicopter.
Bro,
that bitch.
I thought
And
you
I
were
would
going
have
there,
all
and I'm
the
like, she's
hoes.
no way
Wait,
she's about
yes,
to
she
say this
is,
right
yeah.
now.
I'm like,
I would have
Where's
all
she?
you
the
with a
hoes.
big dick.
I would be.
I'm like,
man,
she's about
I
to
would have all the
pivot.
hoes. But I'd be nice to all my hoes though. Like I wouldn't be no dog ass
Yeah,
dude.
you
like,
be
But
nice
women,
to-
but and women,
but I would be out here.
women
You have
women,
a big dick.
women already have dicks. They just in the dresser
Facts.
or on the side of the bed or
No,
under
when
the
you say
pillow.
big, what are you
It's
talking?
just not real.
I'm talking like maybe like I see Shayla with like a
Like 7.5.
No, I see Shayla with like a 10 piece.
A thick 10.
I
Yep.
see Shayla with a 10
Absolutely.
piece.
I can see it
Shayla's
too.
already-
And
Shayla's
thick,
already low
girthy,
to the ground, so
girthy
it would just be
too.
low too.
That's why
Yeah.
though, because I'd be short. I'd be thick.
I read
have a
somewhere
nice
that
girthy
7.5 was a pretty big. Is that? would you?
you.
Would you?
He trying to do
Would you
research for
agree?
personal
Big
Would
reasons.
you
energy.
agree with that? Or
I heard 10 inches don't really
I'm just
work that
asking for
Hold
my
on.
friend.
well. Like anything like 10 inches, they really don't work that well.
What do you mean?
I don't
Like it's hard to get them erect and all that crap.
Where'd you get your what?
Yeah,
I mean,
just some,
I can
just some
see
stuff.
it.
It could be true. It could be false. It's just some stuff I read.
Well, from a scientific thing, what they say is, if it's bigger, flaccid, it ain't got that much room to get hard. So it
Right,
don't
it's not.
get-
It's a
It-
shower, not a
yeah.
grower.
Oh,
So-
You'd be
yeah.
pretty much pushing rope.
pushing rope.
You know,
What the
no, pushing a
Pushing
gummy
rope.
bear.
What's funny is I know exactly what he means.
Nah,
Pushing rope.
we've seen the movies. Like, yeah, it's in the
Oh,
movies.
wow.
No, okay. So listen. So
Wildin'.
Bobo. So we talking about this the last show, but you weren't here. How would you feel if you found out that your girl had an OnlyFans, but she wasn't getting the bust open, but she told you, okay, it wasn't your girl, it was someone that you was digging. You know what I'm saying? The relationship is going to go to the next level, but she said, hold on, I gotta tell you something. I got an OnlyFans.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's not sucking and fucking.
It's just
But
pictures.
she's showing her,
It's just pictures.
like opening her labia.
no face,
but-
no case.
No face. No
She
face.
out here, no face, no
no
case.
distinguishing marks.
How you gonna feel about that?
Okay, so
But-
my next question would be, how much money you making?
A lot.
Okay.
She's making a lot.
Okay,
She's
now
lucrative.
during the course of the relationship, because you know we the type of niggas that don't ask questions. You never asked what she did for work. She was
But
always
she always had the
you know,
money.
so
though.
she always had money. Yada 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 yada. So that's her career. So
How
she
long I've
making-
been knowing her without asking her what she do for a living?
These are the
mean,
questions.
after
Or maybe this her
3
part-time
months.
job. Maybe this a part-time
I'm
job.
not about
I
to
don't
be
know.
kicking in with nobody for 3 months. I don't know what they're doing for a living. That just
Okay.
means my time is
Okay.
valuable.
What
So
if she said? What
after
if
the
she
first
said?
couple of weeks,
What? Okay.
I know all that.
What if
shit.
she said? What if she said? I know I told you I was a nurse,
Okay.
but I'm not a nurse no more.
Okay.
But I still got my scrubs. That's why you see them when you come to the house.
All right.
But I do OnlyFans now.
Okay.
Now what if that was?
Like
Nurse.
exclusive.
All right.
Like
I'm the
exclusive.
triple X.
All right.
Triple
I'm
X.
cool with that.
That's what I'm saying.
My
I
next
would be cool
question
with that
is
too.
how much money you make?
Right.
I'll be cool with that shit too.
Okay. Well, how much of that money is coming to me?
Now, ladies,
Yeah.
ladies,
Is this a team? Why are you telling me this information? You want me to come in as a manager? What,
no,
what do you-
maybe she was just telling you.
I'm already managing the
No,
pussy
she telling
anyway.
you because she like
Off
you.
Yeah, she
camera.
really like you. She
Okay.
just
wants
she
you to
want to
know.
move
Let's-
forward and
let's-
want to be out open and honest.
Let's get paid together then. If-
That's
why
what it is.
why else would you be telling me if you don't want me to make no money?
Ladies,
So my Ike Turner kick in right there.
Damn.
not the Ike Turner.
Not
You
Ike.
know what?
He
You know
don't
what really
like
irked
that
me
shit.
about that shit? You know what really
Possessive.
irked me? Like, my whole motherfucking life, I thought Ike Turner looked like Lawrence Fishburne.
Nigga.
He don't look
doesn't.
shit like that man.
No.
You look like one of the 5 heartbeats.
He look like a strung out choir boy for real, for real.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Hold my jacket like that.
man.
I was born in
Yeah,
'91. I still don't know what he looks like. To be honest with
Oh, dog.
you. And I don't get the reference that you guys are referencing.
Oh,
Nah,
you
he's
never
so-
seen the real Ike
Nah,
Turner?
Ike Turner.
I forget he's
We can
12
pull up
years
his
old.
picture. We
Please
got
Oh,
the
Yeah,
not
pull up the
well,
real
though.
Ike
Pull up
Turner.
his picture.
You can pull up Ike Turner picture.
I can't
Technology.
her all the time.
That was a very good question, my brother.
Like, her arms was bigger than his, and she let him.
Oh yeah.
like, she-
That's
He
Ike.
had
Turner.
her mind. He
Oh, I
had
know
her-
that meme. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there you go.
Ike.
Bitch.
Look
Yeah.
at the perm.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at him right there.
Look like a
Yeah, yeah,
skin.
There go the real Ike down there
Oh.
to the right. There you go in the corner. That face.
Hey, so Bobo.
That
Ike.
Candyman granddaddy face he got.
Okay, so Bobo, world famous comedian. Oh shit, Bobo. So have you encountered any comedy groupies? Not saying have you interacted with them,
Right.
but how long you been doing this comedy thing?
Oh man.
Exactly. So
That long.
that long,
That long.
because you world famous. So you have, you know what I'm saying? That shit.
I've
it
taped a
takes
couple
time.
of television shows and stuff. Well, you know, I don't know. There's a fine line between groupies and fans and people who just like you for your art, and then they come on you all excited and want an autograph or whatever, and that's a compliment to your craft.
Mhm.
So I don't really look at it
Mhm.
like groupies. Like if a girl's standing on the side and she decides she want to fuck you, that's what she want to do.
Mhm.
Women like who they like.
Facts.
There's nothing you can
Facts.
do about it.
And
You-
some women like comedians.
You can be in a relationship with a woman right now. She likes somebody else. You know, you're not even
What?
you're not even her first choice. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I'm having one of those random. So, can you do you consider a groupie for comedy a croupie, like with a C?
Koopy? Kamadoopy?
A comedy,
comedy
groupie.
groupie.
I was just asking.
I hate you right now.
I
Sorry.
mean, you have to really define.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have to really
This
define.
what, okay,
groupie.
okay.
Like, what is
This
a
is what I
groupie?
mean groupie. This is what I mean groupie. You know, like a rock and roll band. You know what I'm saying? Rock
So they
and roll
like literally
bands.
follow you
They have
everywhere.
girls, they have women who follow them to performances. Like I've been doing.
Let's
comedy
just
long
say
enough.
R. Kelly.
I would not even R. Kelly.
R. Kelly had groupies.
Okay, R. Kelly had groupies, but
Ew.
okay, okay.
They
like-
had women wiping his mouth and shit all
In
on
my
TikTok
travels,
and shit.
have y'all ever noticed every time somebody wipe their mouth, you gotta do it too? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you think something's on your
It's
Yeah.
like a
No,
subconscious.
but
thing.
like in my travels, like I've been doing comedy 7 years, and the same people be coming to the shows more often than not.
Okay.
And once you get to knowing people, the same women is coming to the shows, going after the, like you get to seeing them. I don't know if you never paid attention to them, but just like rock stars have groupies, like comedians have groupies. Like you never seen that?
Right, yeah. But my point is, as a comedian and as a writer, when you have fans or people who like your comedy so much, they come up in your face, they want to buy your shirt. Like I'm selling shirts, they want your autograph. That's a testament to your comedy
It
and
is.
also a testament to they like what you said or they might like how you look. That's like the difference between Beyonce and Lizzo. Lizzo is just as talented, but just because
More
she's
talented.
like a BBW, people give her slack. But she just as talented. You know what
More
I'm saying?
And she Lizzo's beautiful.
The
and-
Beehive
and-
gonna
and-
get your ass.
And so when you talk
ever
when
talking
you
shit.
talk this fans and groupie stuff, people like what they like.
Yeah.
And you either gonna stand for something or you're gonna fall for anything at the end of the day. And me personally, as a comedian, we do that room over there on Thursday night. So when I see people who saw me before, I want to do different stuff.
Mhm.
And then there's people who saw me do what I did last time that want me to do that. So I'm conflicted in the middle of doing this new stuff I wrote for y'all and doing the stuff that already worked. People are
Okay, so that's a-
requesting, do this, do what you did. They want me to
Put
do
something
what I
on the
did.
weed.
Do
Okay.
something, you know.
So so that leads me to this. How do you balance that as a comedian?
I write a lot and I try to remember. I record my shows and I try to remember what I did last time and make sure I bring something new to the table and also do what they like I did last time. So I do a little
So you
bit
like
of
mix
both.
them,
Like
mix
a
them
little
up.
I like to give my fans, like you guys
makes
have
sense.
saw me.
Yeah.
So when
So-
I come in there Thursday, I didn't wrote a whole new 20 minutes of shit. It might not come out the way I wanted to, but
Right.
I came prepared. I got 20 new minutes for the people who saw me before. And then the people who love me for what they saw me do, I do a little bit of that. I do Come Get Your Kid. I do a couple of things. They made them like me in the first place. And then I do the new stuff for the newspaper.
Do you practice like the music part differently? Like, is that like you
No, I
put it
just
on
kinda,
tracks?
I kind of hear the beat and then an ideal come. Sometimes I don't have the ideal before I hear the beat. I hear the beat, then I hear the ideal. Some people record songs different.
Yeah.
But
So-
once I hear the beat, it makes me think of a hook or damn,
Gotcha.
that's kind of dope.
So so back to performances. So R. Kelly has said he absolutely hates doing bump and grind. Like he hates that song. He hates that song. That's his it's his biggest song, but he fucking hates it.
He
Yeah.
probably hated now.
Because he's tired of doing it. Is there any one of your I hate to call comedy things bits. I don't know why I hate that, but is there any one of your fan favorites that you personally get tired of doing? Just keep it 100, man.
I'm gonna have to say no.
No,
because
okay.
Comedy is about being natural and not sounding like a robot.
Right.
Right.
So even if the comedy is written down, you still have to be a salesman and go up there and sell it. I don't care what you got on the paper or how funny you look on the paper. You still have to go sell the material. So once you touch that mic, you become a salesman of the material that you're trying to deliver. So with timing and energy and confidence and love for what you do and having a fun spirit, you deliver the material. You know what I mean? And
Bobo, can I ask, who's your inspiration?
Good question. Good question.
Because
Look at
I,
you.
I think I could probably kind of guess
Uh-oh. Go
just
ahead.
based on your delivery and just how positive you are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I want to hear from you. Who is your inspiration?
Man, I had a few inspirations. My grandfather was an inspiration to me. He made sure no kid in the neighborhood can beat me up. I beat up everybody in the neighborhood, pretty much putting them in locks and headlocks and shit. He used to watch wrestling. Bobo
Out there
Brazil
bullying
and the
niggas.
Sheik and all these. You know, they back then they used to make us do stuff like that. You know, like we was little pit bull puppies or something. Whatever it was.
He used to feed you bricks back in the day.
You know, and certain people have a good influence on me. I like Red Fox, his documentary and what he went through, and if you ever watched Red Fox documentary, you would see he went through a lot to be the success he was, and then they came back and took all his
and
money
lost
'cause-
everything.
because he didn't pay his taxes. So,
Yeah.
you know that's a whole nother story, but
Yes.
but I love people for who they are, not who I assume they should be.
Mm.
So there are a lot of good influences out there to help you become this creative, original person that you are. So I give everybody their flowers, regardless of what their path was. I hope you make it to where you're trying to make it to.
Great answer.
Aw.
Great
Yeah,
response.
look at you, man. It's an old
like it.
politically correct corner
That
over
was
there.
great.
know, but-
That was
You know
a
what
great
I'm saying?
answer.
I'm just
I was
speaking
like-
from the
I
heart.
know. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel it, but you know what I'm saying?
I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm
Back-
not even trying to lie.
great answer.
Back to
corner.
like what Rahm was saying though, because like a lot of artists, they have music and like when they're making it, they're like, this is gonna be the hit. But then like when they put it out, then the audience likes this one. So like,
Right.
Yeah.
is that
Yeah, you
kind
can't
of
predict what
how
people are
you have to
gonna
like.
how you
Oh,
do
never
it? Like,
know.
I know,
It's
like you
almost like whatever you do, everybody's not going to like it.
Facts.
But long as some people like it, you know.
But are you gonna be like, I don't care, this is the song, so I'm gonna perform this song, or are you like, this is the one they want to hear? So you know what I mean, like
I kind of like just put it all out there and just let it fly, man. And whether they like it or not, you know, you can't please everybody, you know.
Yeah. Because like
Speaking of
I
not
remember when I went to go see Lil Wayne a few years back when he was in Toledo,
wobbly.
and like I was so sad that he didn't perform "The Block Is Hot."
Right.
But I guess it's like you said, like some artists just, even if it was like their break open hit or whatever, like they get
Right.
sick of performing it, and he didn't. It wasn't part of his.
That
set.
ain't the one the
And-
audience
and
want
you know
either. I
what?
feel like
Right,
that
and you
ain't
know
the
what?
one that niggas is.
That's a
I,
good-
I would be looking for that one, but I feel like that's not the one that the whole crowd is looking for. I feel
Yeah.
like.
I know
I
this,
mean-
but love is blind.
That's a great point you make because I went to see Prince, and because of his contract he had with Warner Brothers, I was a fan in the audience. He was not doing the songs I wanted to hear.
Right.
Because of contractual obligations,
Right.
he would have got sued. So he didn't do none of the songs that made me like him. He didn't do "Do Me Baby." He didn't do "Dirty Mind." He didn't
Right.
do "Private Dancer." He didn't do "Lady Cab Driver." He didn't do "Controversy." And I'm in the audience mad, like, "Hey man, what the hell songs is you doing?"
Right.
But I found out
And
later
I-
on that he couldn't do those.
Right. And I
before he would've
understand
got
that
sued.
100%.
Oh, wow.
I understand.
But I
that
was
100%.
disappointed with the concert
Mm.
because what is these songs? That's
I
not
don't know
what
them songs. Yeah.
That's-
you
I-
the ones that made me
A fan.
buy that $500 ticket.
I wonder. Lauren Hill didn't do none of the Fuji songs when I was there, and I was pissed. And I like kind of started up an angry mob afterwards. Like, what, everybody was like happy, and I was like, wait a minute, she didn't do this,
Oh,
or this,
no.
or this, or this. Like,
What songs? Is
but
he
she was
just
late
still
though too,
doing?
so that was probably what it was. I think she can't play
Motherfuckers
the
was
I
Fuji
already
didn't
songs.
hear no
mad.
Raspberry Beret. Do the other.
Wait a minute. That's the shit though.
Do the Private Joy. Do the Sexy Dancer. Do
But I
do
mean,
the
I feel
shit.
like
Do the shits I
that's one of
wanna
those
hear.
things that
So-
it's just a preference amongst people. Because I feel like I can only speak from my standpoint. Like if I ever had like a hit, like my first hit that the one that catapults me to fame, I probably would perform that every single
Every
time I
single
did a
time.
show. I would throw it in.
I
there,
would
even if
close
was-
with it.
Even if it was only right, even if it was only for a minute or like
Right.
just thrown in the middle, like I would always have that be part of my show because that was what started the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
And some
Lil
artists
Duval
don't feel
does
that way.
Yeah, because I'm down
Some
there. I'm
artists don't
down
feel
at
that way.
Burt's, and I'm rocking the mic down there, and everybody's going close with "Come Get Your Kids," bitch.
Right.
And I'm
Get
standing
your
over there
kids,
like,
bitch.
I got 120 more songs. What are you talking about?
Right.
My favorite is
They
Turkey in
don't
the
know.
Rain. You gotta
They-
eat
Turkey in the rain.
turkey, you know what I'm saying?
Turkey in the
Turkey
rain.
so dry.
That sounds interesting.
I had to take it outside.
I had to eat it in the rain. I had to eat it in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, man, I be at work, and you know what I'm saying? I just,
Come in your
it
head,
just
right.
hit me. Okay, so
Hey, can you do encore bits as a comedian? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, all right, that's my show.
Yeah.
Like, wait, no, do Turkey in the Rain.
you know what? See, if you a musical comedian, yeah.
Have you ever
But
did an
like-
encore? Like, where they called
Yeah, I
you?
did.
Like, they called, like, you left?
Yeah, I left and they called me back.
Did you
Or-
set up the encore like you knew you were gonna do this, or like
No,
they
it
actually?
just happened.
You
that
can't
way.
set that.
Because
shit up.
setup encores piss me off. Like when the
Yeah,
artist
yeah,
knows
yeah.
they're not like Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes at the Lauryn Hill concert. He didn't play "Don't This Hit Make My People Want It," like, and you know he's gonna play that, but he left. He pretended like he wasn't gonna play it, and then the artist like, "Wait a minute, what about Pastor Kavasi?"
you know
And he
what?
came back out like,
Destiny's
"Nigga,
Child did
don't
that
make
at
me
one of
cheer
their
your
concerts.
name."
Good marketing strategy.
They
I hate
did.
that. I hate
He
that.
knew what he was doing.
Destiny's
No, I
Child
hate
did
when
that
people
too.
make you chant like you got to chant for me to come back out
They
and
did.
set that
And
up.
it was crazy because like at the end of the concert, like you said, like they was acting like it was over.
Yeah.
Like, people were leaving.
I hate
Right.
that.
And then all of a sudden the music came back on, the band came back up, and then everybody's like, "What the hell?" I feel bad for the people who actually made it.
Exactly.
Out of the
Right.
auditorium.
Somebody else
Right,
get the
right,
front
they
row
left
seats. I
already.
paid for the front row
Right,
seats,
right.
and some
Wah,
random.
Yes.
wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Nah.
Yeah,
It
I'd been
sucks to
mad.
be them.
Like the
But,
Marvel
yo,
shit, they
hey.
try
You know what I'm
Marvel
saying?
ending scene. You don't leave at the end because they're gonna play
Exactly.
Pastor Kavasi.
Right
That's
now,
right.
when that happens, when something like that happens, that's what you call a cult following.
Mhm.
Okay.
You got people that really follow you for real, to the
Right.
point where it can get a little wild. The fans can get a
Yeah.
little wild. They at your house, they on the porch. You
Now
know,
that's scary.
Yeah,
it can get
That's
a
terrifying.
little wild.
Selena.
So
type
okay,
Right. Not
so we-
Selena.
so you had
Yeah.
the ovation. When was the last time you bombed?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say never.
Never.
Love the
Never bomb?
confidence.
Never bombed. The closest thing I came to a bomb, I did a show in Southfield,
Okay.
and it was 200 people in there.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I was the last comedian that was supposed to go up. But it was this drunk auntie lady heckling everybody,
Oh
Okay.
no.
killing all the comedians.
Okay.
And I was backstage saying, I'm going to tear her ass up, right? And when I tore her up, come to find out she was the one that put the show together.
Oh.
And those
Holy
were all
shit.
her family members. And all.
Oh.
So
Damn.
I almost got beat up.
Oh
Damn.
no.
You know what I mean? It was like
Lesson
I had
learned.
to defend myself. But I was going to roast this lady because I was wondering why she was getting away with just,
Clowning
talking
you.
through the comedian show and just roasting. Nobody said nothing to her. And then when I finally roasted her, I'm trying to remember what I was saying to her. I think I called her that chicken from Bugs Bunny, the one that wanted to marry Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I kept doing that. Yeah. And then she got mad, and then like a bunch of the nephews and uncles got mad or whatever. But I had to explain to them she was roasting everybody. I thought, my fault.
Right.
So you ain't bombed, but you was about to get
I
bombed
didn't,
down.
I didn't bomb.
He's about to get bombed down.
I got out of there unscathed with my money, but it was just a weird situation of like
She paid you? She handed you the money?
I had my money before I went up.
Man, hell,
But
man.
I'm just saying, this is just like one thing that comedians have to go through, especially when you're on the road. The people that are in charge don't know what they're doing. They might call up 8 people before
Facts.
you. So you got to have your contracts and stuff in place to say,
What up,
okay,
Willie?
I'm coming to perform. This is what it's going to take. You got a host. You got a feature. Then you got me. Then you can do all that other stuff. Don't try to hold me up until the crowd getting ready to leave. Now it's my turn. Now you want me to be this magician when you done messed up the timing of the show. When they was ready for me, you should have called me up.
Right.
So you have to be careful about allowing people to set you up for failure and stuff like that. This is why now you're the host of that show, because you should be. And I made that clear to him that you make a great host.
Appreciate
And as
that.
you can see, the shows are better because of that now.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
We
Now
getting
that-
specific. We getting specific now.
Now that you're hosting, I'm happy about coming in there.
Me too. Me
We
too.
can look stuff up
That's
related to this.
what's up. So okay,
And then you supposed to take full advantage of that hosting opportunity.
try to.
So when you go up and you come down and you call somebody up, you should be over there looking at the material you can do. Like, how can I time this? How can I gauge this other stuff? Look at your craft. Then you go back up and try to do it. Whether it work or not, you call up somebody else. Then you come down and you look at your stuff again. So each time you go up, it's like you perform 3 or 4 times in one night. That's the great thing about being a host. You get all these opportunities to go up and come down and go up and come down.
Right?
so okay,
One of
so
my favorite movies. Stop
so
playing.
if I'm not anything, I'm consistent. And the last comic that said they never bomb, you know what I'm saying? I ain't believe him. Okay.
Right.
And I just kept asking. But I know some comedians are naturals, you know what I
Right.
mean? And they've always, you know what I'm saying, been funny. I'm asking, have you been one of them, or did you
Well-
kind of back into comedy?
Well,
Because even Dave Chappelle bombed.
well,
Oh, so
yeah,
he got
bombed,
two-
he bombed in
He
Detroit.
bombed here.
Yes, he
Right,
did.
but you have to understand the demographics of your audience. Detroit is a short attention span audience. You can't go out there with them long stories, puffing on a cigarette, hitting your water. Nigga, go out there and be
He
funny.
got too high.
Be funny.
Yeah.
This is a short attention span, a short attention span town. My comedy is based on making you laugh every 8 seconds.
Immediately.
You know
This
what?
is how I
Boom.
do my comedy.
Right.
Okay.
I don't got no long story that don't lead to nothing, because some of these places we do comedy is like a bar, not a comedy club. We're making it into comedy.
I will
Right.
say I
So-
wasn't able to eat my spaghetti dinner during your whole set.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For real. I was trying to.
And in those kind of settings, they don't care about your point of view.
They do not.
But when people pay $100 to see you, now they care about your point of view.
Right.
Now they want the other people to be
That makes
quiet
sense.
so they can hear you. It's a different stage. So you have to learn how to read your audience at all times.
Right.
Facts,
It's
facts.
times we do comedy, it's only 3 people in the crowd.
Right.
True that. True that.
So you really got to be into yourself to understand the spirituality behind doing stand-up comedy. And the rule number 1 of comedy, if you're not having fun, don't go up there.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Don't go up there.
Right.
Listen.
That's what the OG Mel
Don't
Burns
go
told
up
me
there, man.
first
You're
time.
not
I was-
having fun, don't even go up there,
Listen.
because if you're not having fun, they not going to have fun.
Right.
And what am I
That's
doing
rule
this
number
for?
1.
Right.
Yeah,
Why am I?
It'd be the
Right.
longest 4 minutes, 5
Yeah.
minutes ever. You just be like,
You
So,
can, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
so,
You can have a great joke and it won't work because you're not having fun.
Right.
You're
They
not
feel that
delivering it
energy.
right.
Yeah.
They
Your
feel that
spirit is
energy.
all wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
so, okay. So, now all of what you're giving is good advice.
Thank
you know what
you,
I'm saying?
sir.
I ain't never heard you say nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? But I done heard a lot of bullshit from some comics. I was surprised that they would say something like that to somebody else, like an up-and-coming comic.
Right.
Have you ever heard a bad piece of advice given? And what was it? If you have.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out here that think they got the answers to everything, and they don't.
Yeah.
Just like, certain parts of the Bible could be true, certain parts could not be. Well, how will we ever know that? Who wrote it? It's a lot you need to know. So people say whatever's on their mind. You don't have to read into it all the time. As far as we know, Kanye West is cool with them Jews, and this is all a game they playing on us. We wouldn't know. Like, the misinformation that we get is what we get.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to take everything with a grain of salt. So people say a lot of stuff they don't mean. And then, like, my father died, rest his soul. He died in January. And my sisters was mad at him because he didn't do nothing for them when they were children. And he abandoned all of our mothers and moved on with his life or whatever. But they held that up like a statue over his head until he died. Now, when he died, their name wasn't on the will, right?
Well.
My name was, because I was smart enough to have a relationship with God enough to I had it in my heart to forgive him for what he didn't do and build a relationship with him today. So everything he didn't do, I didn't throw that in his face. I just was like, yo, Dad, let's start our relationship from today. So when he passed, their name wasn't on the will, but they was the main ones falling all over the bed crying, right? Why was they doing that? Here's a man you hate. Here's a man you bash on Facebook. Here's a man you don't like, but when he died, you did the most crying. Right. That told me something. You really loved your father, but you didn't know how to communicate with him. As soon as he died, they loved him. No, black people got a problem with that, giving people flowers once they gone.
And it's probably guilt because there's no time to fix it. Like, there's no time
to fix it.
Now it's like, yeah.
But he been alive, got a house in Chesterfield. He been there the whole time. Yeah. If you would have been strong enough in your faith in God, you would have been strong enough to go there and squash that beef with your father and say, yo, Dad, the way you did us when we was little, I thought that was terrible. But, I don't want to spend the rest of my life, me and you not talking about this. And then boom, they probably would have worked it out. They probably would have been on the wheel. Everything would have probably been different. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you don't have a forgiving heart for others, how could you be forgiven? Right. And nobody is perfect. You got to be able to forgive people. Yeah. You got to be strong enough to forgive. Everybody's not strong enough to do that.
Nope.
It took me years to go, yo, this motherfucker. I was going through my shit too. This
yeah, some people.
This motherfucker told me to come get the car. Then he act like he not home, and I look in the curtain. I can see his leg. He on the couch.
Yeah, no.
This nigga acting like he not here. You know what I'm saying? So, you get put through some shit emotionally. Yeah. Coming up as a child, you got to be strong in your faith and your love of God to even deal with this shit.
That's facts.
That's facts. So you know what?
Like my sister said, 13 years married, and they cool right now. How many people can say that? Right. That's a blessing.
I know one man who can't say that.
Who is that?
One man immediately won $9 million in the lottery, and guess what he did?
What did he do?
He bought a Ferrari and dumped his chick. Immediately, expeditiously. Expeditiously moved on. It ain't no I don't think she gonna forgive him for that.
I'm done.
I mean, obviously, but
I'm done.
Were they married?
Same thing.
Nope.
They weren't married?
I mean, then that's just.
I guess that's
just
that single till you get married shit.
$9 million is a
she
lot.
Ain't had no court documentation.
$9 million.
And how they probably went together for that long, for real.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same shit. Y'all would never hear from me again if I ever won the lottery. Well, not again. You wouldn't hear from me for 2 months because there's a lot of shit you got to do.
Well, I ain't leaving my woman like that. She too good to me. If I got $9 million, I'm going to ride with her.
Unless it's like a 3, we've been together for 3 weeks type of shit. Like, then I'm starting anew. Like, I'm going to give me a BMW or give me something.
When she starts saying that's our money, I'm out.
Yeah, no, it's
or
not.
What can we do?
But if she wanted to take a trip to Thailand, I'll probably go. You know why?
Why?
Because this woman said she went on a holiday to Thailand and saw women shoot ping pong balls out their vaginas.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
see, I told you, wherever he get his articles is not a normal
What?
location.
What? No, y'all. Okay. Okay,
I
they
see
How
got a red
that.
light. They got a red
how
light district.
strong is the muscle in that box to shoot out a ping pong ball?
It's
called
pretty
Kegel.
strong.
It's pretty
Called
strong.
Kegel exercise.
And they just do this
And
in
Kegels are real.
Thailand. If you go to Thailand, you'll see this on
I
the.
mean, yeah,
I'm
if
in
you
the
go-
dark
You
if
can't
go to
miss
the
it.
Show.
You can't miss it. No.
It's in the hotel.
Well, I say
Yeah.
I never seen nobody with ping pong balls, but I've seen
You've
some
never
other
seen-
things come out.
Yeah,
of the
ping
vagina
pong ball, water
before.
bottles. Something.
What?
I've totally seen ping pong balls.
You know, yeah, you ain't seen ping pong balls.
I don't think
I
I'm looking
nev-
up the
not-
same
not
things.
in
that-
I
person.
saw a lady make you drink a beer one time.
I've seen that.
I've seen the beer.
Did she
seen
get
that.
drunk from it?
Probably.
I think her vagina was drunk, but
Mm.
I would imagine so, because I remember watching
was
this
weird.
episode of 1,000 Ways to Die where this guy gave himself an enema with alcohol because
I
he
saw
wasn't supposed to drink it, and
Mm.
he killed himself because he got alcohol poisoning.
What's an enema?
Oh,
When he put a stick in his butt and he had a bag full of alcohol,
Yeah.
and then he squeezed it in there.
Yeah.
But won't
That's
that
what
still
col-
show up on the test?
That's
though?
what
Isn't that
college
still-
kids is doing.
Probably.
Yeah, it's called butt chugging.
Butt chugging.
Yeah.
What the? Yeah. Shit, y'all just. What did y'all know different
Yeah.
things than I know?
yeah, me too. I just got up. I just got up on the glizzy. I ain't know
Y'all
nothing about
know-
motherfucking
Yeah, no,
butt
that's the
chugging.
thing.
She's like that's normal.
Wait a minute.
You know about
What
butt
I-
chugging?
It is.
Start doing
It is.
glizzy jokes.
It is normal.
I,
It is
I
normal.
just got up on glizzy
Butt
jokes. Y'all
chugging
talking
is a
about?
thing.
Tell
They
me
But-
do
more.
it, and
Oh, you-
apparently they get
she
drunk
said-
super fast,
Yeah.
and it
It
like
goes straight to your bloodstream.
yeah.
Oh, alcohol in your booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Yeah.
butt chugged, Mel?
Way faster.
No, but I've
No.
seen it on one of them crazy ass movies.
Yeah.
What
Like
crazy
I
ass movie?
did.
I don't know.
Now,
You
I
put
never-
ecstasy in your butt, didn't you?
No, but I was just
Hell
about
no.
no, I didn't. But I happen to know a guy who knows a guy
Uh
who
oh.
did do that.
Put
Is
Is
ecstasy
his
in
his
name
booty?
Shayla?
He put the pill right in his butt. No.
I my
No.
friend, a friend of mine.
It definitely,
that shit
it
start
definitely was not me. Y'all know me. I ain't got no shame. If it was me, I'd tell the truth, but it wasn't me. I promise.
It was just because the Noah guy. The
Yeah.
two forms of comedy. I mean, two levels away from you made it more like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me though.
The shit, good old Shaggy defense.
Wasn't
But
It
no,
wasn't me. Yeah.
He definitely
Shaggy
was
defense.
fucked up.
That nigga
Like,
had me on the show all night.
it was a
wasn't
wild
The
time.
ecstasy and
Ecstasy in the asshole. That wasn't me.
Ecstasy in the booty.
they even called her butt
Been all on
chugging.
the near bone. It wasn't me.
Oh my goodness.
Butt chugging and.
Ah, shit.
That's funny. Yeah, wild times.
It is wild time. Shit, where can I go from here?
Right
That's
now.
Wild
wild,
times.
man. I want to know why the gas didn't go back down. Is what I want to know.
Gas?
Oh man.
Like, you know what? I really think they're just trying to push us towards those electric cars.
For
They
sure,
want
for
everybody
sure.
to get
No,
one.
I actually looked into what happened. There was a couple of fires at like two oil refineries,
Uh-huh.
and one just shut down for some reason. So they're fixing the other two. That's
Oh,
why it went
okay.
back up.
Oh, wow.
So it's temporary ish.
Went back
It's
up to
it's a
$5.
temporary issue.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a couple of Midwest ones.
Can't
so.
even drive my grandma to church.
That's not. That's
Grandma,
wild.
you going to need $30. You
That's
going
still-
to tell the church van to come get your ass.
You know who's gonna need a church van? You know who's
Whom?
gonna need a church van?
Whom?
Britain's most notorious bigamist because she got 5 husbands.
Who? Who?
Listen,
5 husbands.
Britain's most notorious bigamist.
Bigamist?
Yeah, because her boyfriend just dumped her because she
Britain's
cheated.
boyfriend.
No, this is chick.
Right?
She has 5 husbands,
Okay.
but her boyfriend dumped her because she cheated.
So now she has 4.
Because she cheated.
Oh,
Okay.
well, she still has 5 husbands.
Yeah, this
So-
is crazy.
So how does the court
Okay.
not know she got 5 husbands?
I mean,
how do you walk in court and marry a
It's
dude,
because
walk
she-
back in, marry another dude?
listen.
Could
How
be
do you-
their-
If
her
it was
religion.
us, we would go to jail. But she's a woman bigamist, so I guess her pussy, her rights. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't
no.
know.
I-
But
wait,
it could
okay.
be.
It says
Maybe
she was
her
ar-
religion allows it because that's how they get away with it somehow. Because like like Mormons are allowed to be poly.
Right.
Not everywhere, though.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
I mean,
Not
like,
everywhere,
not,
but-
and not
Where is
legally
this?
either,
Where
right?
is she?
Yeah.
Where is this?
Okay, this is in Britain, but what happened was this man Wayne was dating Emily for 18 months before he ended the relationship because she was having an affair.
Can you even
This
call
shit
that
sound
an affair?
fake.
With
no,
one of her
this shit is
husbands?
not. No, this is not fake. Horn was already married to 5 men at the time,
Okay.
with Mr. Harper vowing to stand by his girlfriend if she remained loyal. So,
So she got 5 husbands and a boyfriend.
and the boyfriend
And a
thought
possible.
boyfriend
And a
was
possible. She got 5 and a possible.
You're
This bitch playing
cheating.
spades.
She playing spades.
You're cheating.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know how British people
Bitch
talk.
got the big joker.
Oh yeah, she's a freak.
People are wild.
Yeah, she's
Oh, yeah.
she's a
I
bitch.
didn't cheat. I didn't.
Let me see the picture.
How you
If
gonna
they
join a
don't do it.
situation where it's already 6 people and you
I
the
didn't
seventh?
cheat. I didn't.
You the 6th man, literally, and now you want to be like, oh, she's cheating. Bitch,
Okay, okay.
What are you talking about?
You know, and that's a perfect segue to
That-
you know what I'm saying, to
that-
like why certain people have open relationships. Cause
Yeah.
this one dude said he lets his girl have an open relationship because he has a micro penis.
I'm a croppiness.
So he know he can't satisfy her, but he don't want her to leave. So he like, I'm gonna just let you do
Yeah.
you.
Oh, so
Just
he's a
stay
doormat.
here.
I mean,
A
croppiness.
doormat?
I feel like you got to do that at that point.
You got a micro
So
penis.
that's the life he
Yeah.
gotta live.
I
Huh?
feel like if you had a micro penis with all these BBLs, you could be able to get a BBD.
Oh yeah,
So find a
BBD.
woman- so
You should
find
get a
woman
BBD.
with
Bell
kitty
Biv DeVoe.
foot.
Yeah.
You can get you a Bell Biv DeVoe.
Right.
I just said.
Like you got a micro penis, find a woman with a thimble.
Nah, heck you know.
Nah, I don't know. Like if I can, a micro penis.
I'll get a BBD for sure.
I would get a BBD for sure. Like for real. I would.
Oh,
for
you would
sure.
sign up, huh?
Hell yeah. I can't be out here with a micro dick talking this shit. Just trying to get some pussy. Some yeah, you can get all this tip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can't even talk confident. Hey, girl,
Can I
yeah,
just-
you gonna
can
get this.
Can I just put the tip in and see if you just tell them that? Then that's all they expecting, right?
Nah, man. You know you
So
gotta
then,
have all personality.
It's all foolery.
To be
It's
fair,
smoke and
women do
mirrors.
be buying those bunny vibrators, so
Question.
Tic
Question.
Tac could work.
Do y'all think it's
That's
harder
true.
to be an ugly man or an ugly woman?
Ugly woman.
Fuck
Yeah, I was
nah.
just about to
No,
say, I
be
definitely,
ugly.
Nah, hell
Be
no.
I
ugly
think the
man.
Fuck
same
nah.
thing.
Be
I
Hell
definitely
nah.
think it's
Hell
harder.
Ugly women
Being
get the
ugly-
most sex. Ugly
Being
women
an
be
ugly
fucking
man
all the
is way
time.
harder. You could be an ugly woman and stand out on the corner of fucking Woodward or whatever.
And
And
you
you
don't
decide
get
to
some
get free pussy.
Yeah.
And
Bruh.
you'll
And you
still
don't
get
get
niggas.
some.
Wait, how
Yeah.
ugly we talking though?
Huh.
Google ugly woman.
No.
Listen.
The-
Listen, my only ugly man, all he gotta do is have some money.
That's it.
And guess what? He gonna get
Do you
all
know
the
how
bitches.
hard it is to
That's
get
it.
money?
He could be ugly and he could be fat. He
Y'all
could
act-
probably even smell funny.
Yeah,
Y'all
but
act
that
like
might
and
be true. But
he
those,
gonna
those
get all the
women,
bitches.
that
And
might
yet
be
women
true.
don't need
That might
any
be
of
true.
that.
But those women are not going to be there for the right reasons.
Ooh.
Probably not.
You're right, Taylor.
I mean,
Probably
what's the
not.
point?
Probably not.
No, ain't no probably not.
I
They
don't
not gonna
deny
be.
that. I don't deny that, but I definitely think it's harder
Undoubtedly.
to be an ugly woman because, like,
Would still
what?
get pussy.
What?
No, I feel
Would-
like if you're
would
an ugly
still get
woman,
dick.
you
Oh my God.
if you're an ugly woman, you still have two breasts and a vagina.
Who put this list together?
I
dog?
don't look. Listen.
Oh
dick.
my God.
You know what though?
Bruh.
You know what? Shout out to the culture because most
Who?
of these women is white.
Yeah,
Oh
for real.
man.
Who invented ugly anyway? I mean, what do we?
Okay. Okay.
It's
Well,
always
how
in
do
the
we know
eye of the
somebody
beholder.
is
Somebody
ugly?
is
Okay.
gonna
The
still like them.
scientific
Definition of ugly is
definition
like
of ugly is
unsymmetrical.
unsymmetrical.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If your
like
face
your is not
is
proportioned,
unsymmetrical and
your eyes are too
unproportioned,
far apart.
then
shit's
you're
like, yeah,
you know what I'm
weird.
saying, just how humans, because it's all like our concept
Subconscious.
of beauty is based on the
The symmetry.
symmetry
There we go. I got you.
of our faces, but it can't be perfect because then you look weird.
Right.
Right.
It's science behind this shit.
So how do we just look at something and go, "That's ugly"?
Nigga,
Or
you
like,
done seen it
like,
It's always
have
in
you
the eye
have
of
you
your
ever have you
beholder.
ever seen an ugly baby?
Yeah. Yes.
I think
Absolutely.
Yes.
that look like absolute.
But can something be?
Yes.
Can somebty be
My son
objectively
looks like
ugly?
a
I feel like
Yes.
really
not
old,
We
ugly
objectively-
saw a
man.
whole goddamn list of some objectively
but
ugly people.
nah,
Pull up some ugly babies.
ugly baby.
You
Yeah.
know what? Y'all going to hell for that one, but yeah.
I'm just saying. Who?
No,
Where do
okay,
we get
okay,
this definition
okay,
of what's
okay.
ugly? How's
you
the
such you are such an angel. You a good soul.
How-
Right,
the
he
baby
is.
ugly?
You was such a
I'm,
good-
I'm
okay.
not mad at it too. 'Cause
I'm
he's
not
like,
mad.
He doesn't have a heathen.
Duh, man, you was such a positive soul, man.
I love it though.
Damn, them is some ugly babies. Look at the one. No, I don't want to say a specific
Okay,
one.
you know what? You know what?
'Cause these are real
you know
babies.
what? Nope.
Like, look at the
No.
one on the right.
Look at this old man.
No.
No.
Look at
Okay.
this old man one down
Okay.
at the bottom.
Bro, some of
know
these are
what?
real babies. This is
No, I will.
Yeah, some
No,
of 'em
yeah,
real.
no. I'm not doing. No, no. But I have seen ugly babies because they look like their mamas and their mamas was ugly.
My cousin was
Well, like-
ugly when she came out.
It's-
Who? Who?
My cousin.
Oh. I
Ow.
mean, no,
Oh.
my kids, bro.
I
When
ain't
my
never
son
gonna
was a
admit that to
baby,
the family.
like, bro was wrinkly and hairy, and no.
But I'm just trying to figure out what triggers
Okay.
in our mind to make something say, "Oh, that's
Unsymmetrical.
ugly,"
Mhm.
Unsymmetrical, and
It's
if
something
it's
that you
jarring.
just don't like.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think it's just a
Yeah.
preference because, as
Yeah.
they say, like, I think it's, I firmly believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
It is.
Because I could look at something and be like, "That's fucking hideous."
But it's
the
shaped
person
by
next to me
media
is like,
too.
"This is
What's Sir
gorgeous."
Mix-a-Lot say?
Like-
I like big butts.
No, but when he's like the magazines, what is it? The magazines say looking like bimbos, but the one magazine saying these kind of girls look good,
Right.
and then these
Yeah,
girls look good.
'cause it's
So if they
just
don't look
preference.
like what the magazines
Good
say
point.
looks good, then you know what I'm saying. Then they ugly. Like if they're
Right.
far away from that, that's the good standard.
That's a
based
good
on
point.
I ain't never really
Right, but that's
subscribed
just-
by that.
Cosmos and bim
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Yeah, that I don't know.
But that's just like I said, I think it's just a preference.
Nah,
thing
I
in
think-
general.
Red beans
okay.
and rice didn't miss
exactly.
out.
So is there
Oh,
any? I don't know if there's
there-
any objective beauty or
It is-
objective ugly.
No.
Because
It is.
if somebody that's
Like,
really
no,
ugly is married
scientifically,
to their partner, like that person's beautiful to them.
Right.
So
No,
I
no,
feel
no,
like
no,
either
no.
everybody's
Yeah,
objectively
yeah. No.
beautiful and ugly, or nobody is.
Right.
Okay. On a scientific scale, okay, everyone has a preference.
Yeah.
Okay, because everybody in here is ugly as hell to somebody else.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, period.
Yeah.
But scientifically, what science says,
Is-
what ugly is
unsymmetrical.
unsymmetrical. You know what I'm saying? Disproportioned.
Science does not
Specific-
say
What-
that.
what's
I feel
the-
like
what's the
we're-
definition
I saw it
of
on
ugly?
Discovery Channel.
No, hell
I
no.
seen-
Science does not say that.
Shayla, I'm not making
Science
shit
says
up.
It does.
Pull
ugly.
up,
Science
pull
says defines ugly. Science defines
it
ugly.
defines-
What's the
beauty.
definition of ugly?
Yeah, what is the definition of ugly?
That'll help us.
These
Like,
That would.
what is
Them motherfuckers
ugly?
don't believe me, but I'm saying
No,
It-
I believe you.
No, I know the beauty, the proportionate thing, but
unpleasant
Are repulsive, especially in appearance.
scientifically. Put scientifically. Definition
bro,
of scientific-
there's got to be no
Listen,
science
it
definition
is.
of
I seen it on
ugly.
Discovery Channel. Okay,
It's
And-
a
and
matter
if
of
there is-
whole thing
perspective.
about it.
this is
It's
what
a
it was. It was
perspective.
a whole thing. It was a, y'all didn't see what I saw.
Here we go.
It was
Yeah,
That's-
unattractive or ugliness is a degree to which a person's physical
According to
features are considered.
whom?
okay. Listen, okay, and then
Not according to the Lord.
okay. Define what the fuck did we see? Because we actually
I
saw
know
the
what you're
same
talking about.
shit.
Yes, because I seen it
You know what I'm
too.
saying? It was talking
And they
about
talked
beauty.
about how people determine like who are the most beautiful people in the world, and usually when you're considered an attractive or beautiful person, that means the symmetry of your face
Yeah.
is close to perfect. Your eyes are perfectly aligned, nose is the perfect size. Everything is where it's supposed to be.
According to
So
whom?
scientifically,
Right.
Standard of
ugly is
beauty.
considered people who
Okay,
are
okay.
unsymmetrical.
Because it could be somebody fine and
your
they start
eyes are
talking
too
and they're
far apart.
annoying
Right.
and then they're ugly. Like if
Right.
somebody's
Nah, that's-
annoying
So-
as fuck, like
So in
just-
Hollywood,
We're
take
not
stuff at
no,
face
no, no.
value here.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all taking stuff
You going
or
deep with
like
it.
here. We
We-
talking
we
about
not deep. We
talking
shallow.
about
There's-
face value.
but
face
ain't no
value.
objective beauty though.
Listen, no.
So who's-
no. Okay. There's not one standard of beauty. Okay, there's not one standard of beauty.
No.
But everybody on this planet has seen somebody and said, they ugly.
But somebody else
Okay.
could say that person
No.
is beautiful.
They like
Correct.
That's
That's an
the
ugly motherfucker
objective.
right
That's
there.
being objective.
I think everybody's objectively beautiful. If anybody could, if you could be beautiful to any other person,
I
then
think we're all a bunch of
then everybody's
chimps at the end of the
objectively.
day.
right? I agree with with the engineer.
Thank you.
That's chimps.
Like you know,
I am not a monkey.
Lizzo
I am
is
not a
not
monkey.
ugly to me.
Not to
She's
me neither.
beautiful.
No, she's not. I don't
Lizzo
think
is
she
not
either.
ugly.
I don't
Well,
think she is
somebody
either.
is saying she's
Rob,
ugly. She's
Rob,
not
so
ugly to
pretty.
me.
No.
Rob, you say you're not
I
ugly.
like Lizzo. I love you, Lizzo.
Have you ever been in a
Lizzo.
situation where you're so pissed
Lizzo,
off that
we
you
love
started
you.
doing
If
shit
you're
like
watching
that?
Lizzo.
And she's from Detroit.
Keep doing your thing,
Exactly.
Lizzo.
Like
For real.
we have some monkey ass traits. You can't deny that.
What are monkey ass traits?
That's racist.
It's
Like-
super.
That's racist.
That's
not-
anti-Semitic.
nah,
That's
this is-
anti-Semitic right there.
That's anti-nigga.
It's
Anti-enigmatic.
Anti-nigmatic right there.
You about to get blocked on all
Yeah.
platforms.
Right.
That's anti-enigmatic, dog.
Yeah, you haven't listened to us if you think that's the worst thing I've said.
Yeah, the
Right.
pancake thing was pretty bad.
Oh my God.
Dark Side Radio.
Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. I actually posted a recipe of Korean pancakes.
I
Korean-
seen it.
yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah, later.
I'm so glad the audio fucked up on that one.
I'm upset. I'm upset because that was classic.
This is a great panel. I'm honored to be a part of this.
We're honored to have you.
You
brother.
guys
Glad to
are
have you.
awesome. I'm giving you guys your flowers right now.
Appreciate you.
Okay, bang. Okay.
Oh wait,
It says
there-
right here.
Oh, I was
Okay.
looking at what it says right there.
I'm
Ugliness is an abstraction. I'm not sure what that.
What'd you say? Where at? What number you reading?
One. Right
One.
here.
Ugliness is abstraction. This means that we can go beyond one category of features or blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, this says attractiveness. Facial symmetry has been found to increase ratings of attractiveness in human faces. Right. More symmetrical faces are perceived as more attractive in both males and females, although facial symmetry plays a large role in judgments of attractiveness concerning female faces. Yeah,
right. Like, she looked like the Smeagol with a wig on.
That would be considered ugly. Okay, that's ugly.
Hell no.
My precious.
I think all of you women are beautiful in your own special ways.
Here you go.
You're just I agree with him. That's all.
Here you go.
I mean, I think there's no such thing as objective beauty or ugly. Like,
well,
in my opinion.
Just love who you're gonna love and stop worrying.
Exactly, because if there's ugly ass person is married, I feel like the person they're married to doesn't think that they're ugly.
Of course.
So then, if you're beautiful to one person,
never arguing that.
Then wouldn't that mean that?
I don't think either.
So,
like we get that part.
But do y'all ever just look when you see like one beautiful person and an ugly person, you find out they're a couple? It's just
same.
Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It just kind of throws you for a loop.
It does me too.
She treats him very well.
A howdy, a howdy getter, like a howdy.
Yeah.
They call that a howdy.
Yeah.
I want to be. I want to be a howdy.
I want to go up to that motherfucker. Like,
how the fuck did he get her?
Right. Because I've seen it on both.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I've seen some girls. You be like, damn. Like, how does she pull that? Like, what
okay,
the fuck?
You know what? It's
the what is it? The Pelican.
It's gotta be
The
right.
Gog
It's gotta
It
be.
might not even be sex. It might be just.
She played for the
be
New
that,
Orleans.
I mean, it could be that she's an awesome person.
Yeah, or she could play for New Orleans.
She can simulate
That
a wet
pussy
back.
is so wet.
Right.
You know what? Okay.
Okay.
you know, can we just like dispel the myth that sex keeps relationships, like it keeps men?
Yeah,
you know
because for short term.
Like,
I
is
never
that
believe
a myth?
that.
Short term.
Yeah, like
I think
this-
people that believe that are
Is that a thing?
delusional.
Yeah, that's really a thing. People
No, it
out
is
here
a thing.
thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that sex keeps men.
I mean, it prolongs it, but if it's gonna crash and burn, it's gonna crash and
Yeah,
burn.
but that's like
It definitely prolongs the
That's like keeping the thought.
the inevitable.
all new pussy turn to old pussy if you with it long enough.
Oh,
know shit.
hell no.
Am I lying?
No, that's facts.
I ain't get you this PS5
Amen.
you wanted, but I got you this pussy. You're like, oh, great, thanks.
No, I guess it depends on where your communication level is and all those different things before you actually do the act. Because if it's just a bust a nut and go, that's what it is. As soon as I nut, I'm gone.
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
Y'all
I'm
ever,
basically in the car with one pants leg out trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Facts.
Damn.
There's no connection. There's
Yeah.
no.
Y'all ever
Yeah, like
been-
Mel and her 13-year relationship. Like if they just, you know what I'm saying, decide to whatever, like they probably do. It doesn't matter because there's nothing, you know what I'm saying, in between y'all.
Y'all ever
It'll always be something between us. You know?
Yeah. So if you wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and then you could just, you know what I'm saying.
You talking about your ex-husband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. All the stuff you did to that
fuck
man.
all that?
Are you still wham bam thanking you, ma'am, and your ex-husband is what,
Okay,
what
so
the
I have a
folks at home
question.
want to
Okay.
know.
I have
No
a question.
comment.
Uh-oh,
Say
Shayla
yes.
has a question. Shayla has a question.
Yeah, that dick to
My
double.
question
No
would be
comment.
stupid, but I got a question.
Okay, what's the question? Hold on, freaking frack.
So my question is like, so in a case like that where you have like these people who are in long-term relationships and they break it off, they get with somebody else, do you think it's possible for them to hook up with each other and it not bring back old feelings?
Yes, definitely.
Long,
I mean, I think 100% it is possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've
possible.
seen people do it.
yeah.
But like some people think that's impossible
No,
to do.
it's
Some
not.
people
I
think
think
it's like, you'll never.
Me personally, I think those feelings will always be there forever. Like, you know, like planting a seed and then a tree grows.
If
Like
it's
you,
done,
you-
it's done.
You got the history of that mentally. you know,
Really?
If
and
it's
I
done,
think
it's done.
it's still there. The
Yeah.
love is still there, even though it's not heightened
The
like it was.
compatibility
Nah,
may
no.
just not be.
So you're saying
No.
the tree got chopped
Nope.
out, but the stump is
No.
still there.
Stump is
Yeah,
still
so because
there.
like y'all could have not been in the right place back
No.
then, so that's the reason. Like there could have been a bunch of reasons,
Right
but then
place,
there was
right
still
wrong
something.
time.
I can feel her energy. She still love him.
J Lo got back with what's his face,
You
and they
don't-
broke up. They had like 12 people in between each other, and
She
now they
has
back
that.
loving each other
Oh,
and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She wanted to hold around and he a simp and he still married her.
And you
that makes him a simp.
That doesn't amount
No,
make
I'm
him
just
a
talking
simp.
shit. I'm just talking shit. I'm not in their house.
Right.
Okay, I
I'm
have
just
another
talking
question.
shit.
J Lo, I don't mean.
And you
shit.
look
Yeah.
and you
I'm
look
just
at all
talking shit, yeah.
you look at all the people who relationships work and then they don't work. Even Tom Brady is getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Because he got a job.
Look how many years they've been together.
I
to
mean,
call it quits
to be
now.
fair though, like
Well, they-
bro
He
do
been
need to
wanted
retire.
to left her ass.
What was it, 20 years.
Just saying.
She ain't pelican him in my
Okay, I got another question.
Question.
Okay, so here's my other question. So, have you ever had like a sexual encounter in the past that it was probably subpar? You know, you didn't give your best performance. And then maybe years down the line, you see this person. Have you ever had the urge to just want to do it with them again just to show them that you've improved your skills over the years?
So you want to retake
Good
the
question.
test?
Yeah,
Oh.
like you don't want you just want to be like, I'm gonna show you that I got better because last time it kind of sucked ass. So like, have you ever had that urge?
No.
One thing.
Okay,
I
okay. This is what I can say.
Like,
This
is
what
that
I
a
can say.
thing?
Not years later, but maybe
Not
like
years later.
soon after.
Not years later.
Nah.
I've been in the moment and realized, hold up, wait a minute. I ain't gonna get another chance.
So like immediately
ain't-
after you like let me step up.
Not even after. It was like, hold on, wait a minute. We group. I'm back. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
you
was
just-
drunk then. Like,
Yeah, like
Man, you
I
can-
was nervous. I was
can I
nervous.
get a mulligan?
You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
get a mulligan.
Yeah, I ain't did this in
A
years.
mulligan.
I ain't did this in years. I'm nervous.
That
I'm
don't
nervous.
count for it. No.
But
But I'm back. I got my fucking erectile dysfunction
Yeah.
pills. I got my
Yeah, I got my blue chew. I got my honey pack.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird though, cause you
Like-
you can be in a relationship with a woman, and soon as y'all break up, this bitch is fine as hell. This bitch look like Nefertiti
Ah,
when y'all
shit.
break up.
Yeah,
You
Like,
see
all
her
of
at
a
the
sudden,
club
huh?
and like, well, where was this girl when we was together?
yeah.
At the
This
club
bitch
when you
is
was at
fucking
work.
beautiful.
She got comfortable with you and stopped putting on makeup.
She's fucking
And,
beautiful.
no, but she in the gym and all that, so she
No,
tried.
they were not together. Look
Yeah.
at this motherfucker. I was holding you back, bitch.
Man.
Right, because she focusing on
It was
herself
me.
now.
Hold on, I see
this
this
entire time.
Have you ever
Love some-
held a woman back? Has a woman ever been better after you when you realize as a man, you know what? I was the reason.
Yes.
Travis was
It
like,
was my
yeah.
20s. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I
What are
haven't
you
had
gonna do?
my ex in years.
Yeah.
Sorry,
'Cause
no,
I mean,
well,
I know I was the
probably.
problem.
I mean, no, but I feel like it's just
Yeah.
the time is the time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't trying to butterfly effect.
I ain't
nothing.
saying you did it on purpose.
No, but I don't. But I don't think necessarily because I think it's just what happens afterwards happens afterwards. But it's like butterfly effect style, where it's like I don't think necessarily I'm holding back. I think you need to go through some fucked up shit to flourish. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So if I put you through fucked up shit, then that's.
Oh, you gonna try to spin it like that?
Yeah, that's you
Oh.
need that to
I
flourish.
gave you that. I gave you that
You
fuel
ain't
you
shit,
needed.
Trav.
I
Exactly.
gave you this trauma you
Exactly,
needed.
exactly. For
To
real.
get yourself
to grow,
together.
I
to
was
grow.
here to
So
make
it
you
wasn't
grow.
for me being
Exactly.
a fucktard.
Right.
Exactly.
Like
God
my-
want
You
it.
would never. You need to be thanking me.
Just like my
Tell me thank
homegirl
you.
said, 13 years and 4 children. That's a blessing. That's not a blessing. That is a blessing.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to still communicate and be on the same page after all that is a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't look at it nothing like a blessing. You can't look at it as nothing else.
And
I-
coming to the conclusion that you don't bangs with marriage, like you know what I'm saying, that's a good thing. Like you concluded
Bang,
that, not just you were in this
bang,
thing and you
bang,
were in it
bang.
forever.
Like-
Like
Right.
you learned that fuck marriage.
Right.
Like, that's
I
a
am-
I
blessing.
just learned that
100%.
it's not necessarily for me.
Yeah,
You know.
Marriage not for you. Are y'all anti-marriage?
I'm not.
Anti-marriage?
I mean,
Pro-marriage?
I'm not
I am.
anti-marriage.
You
I'm
anti-marriage?
just, you know.
I
Of course,
am.
it's too
We know
risky.
this.
It's too risky.
We know
Risky.
this.
Risky?
I
I'm down
It's
with the
just
marriage. I just
expensive.
don't like the white man's courtroom.
Yeah.
You going in there and they holding paperwork all over you, and
Yeah.
you
Inside.
need $2,500 for a lawyer if it don't work. I don't
Right.
like the paperwork. I don't like the conditions of the paperwork and
Right.
how they
think
coming for your paper all
I think
the time.
alimony
That's
needs to
what I
stop
don't
being
like.
a thing.
Oh, if you give me
Yeah.
some alimony, if I gotta pay you alimony, you gotta give me some pussy money.
Put some on.
It's like I
Put
gotta pay,
some on.
I gotta pay for you like to keep the lifestyle just because we were married because your ass. Just
But it
can't go
get, you
get
know
a
what?
job.
It get kind of weird because when my dad passed, he had a woman that he was with for 14 years that he didn't marry. So when he passed, she caught the bulk of that. You know, but if they would have been married,
So sad.
everything would have went to her.
Man,
but
so
since
bad,
they
so
wasn't
sad.
married and she was just shacking or whatever,
And you got it. God's plan.
they came over there
God's
trying
plan.
to, you know, they came over there with the sheriff trying to put her out and all this. These are the other siblings trying to
Them
get,
is the breaks.
you know, but it's just
like-
weird how things work.
Listen, yeah, it
Yeah,
is that.
but that I think that partially comes from people not being 100% educated on how to handle those kind of situations.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, marriage is not really required for you to be able to get those kind of things after somebody passes away. You just have to have the legal documents in order.
Right.
If they have any policies, as long as you're listed as a beneficiary, you're gonna get whatever is coming to you when they're gone,
right.
regardless if you married or not. You just got to be more educated on how to move through like you said, the paperwork side.
Yeah.
I don't have to marry you. We don't have to be legally connected. I ain't got to change my name.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
no,
you
I
do.
don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I
You
do
actually
not.
don't.
You
If you
take
love
the
me, you change
man's
my
name
name.
or you don't love him.
No.
Period.
See, that's
Period.
That's
Period.
insane to me.
No
That's
hyphen,
insane
no
to
hyphen.
me.
No
Get
hyphen.
Get rid of your last
That is-
name.
see, that's
Get
insane
rid
to
of your
me.
family.
And
You
see,
my
that's-
family
You
this is
can
now.
one of
have
the
my
things-
name, Chrissy.
Oh my
Get
God.
rid of your family name.
You know,
This is
I
one of
own
the things
you.
that like
You know,
he
you can take her
literally like
last name.
despises because
You are
like,
worthy.
we've had this conversation before and like these are one of the things that
I'm
he
not
lit-
taking her last name.
he
Chris.
despises the fact that I stand on that hill and I'll die on it.
I don't despise it.
I don't need to change
just
my
wrong.
name to prove that I love you.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
And
you
we
do.
can
Show him
still-
that he owns
Y'all
you.
a
No, I
union.
don't.
Y'all a union.
Yeah.
Y'all a team.
I don't
Okay,
think
a
cool.
union.
And-
Y'all the family.
No,
No, so
but,
what's
but,
just
but
name?
that's
What's
not
last
what
name?
that is.
Washington.
When I change my name to
Washington,
your
ain't it?
last name,
Shut up.
that says that I
That
am.
y'all, you his wife.
That's
That he
right. That I
owns
am
you.
His wife.
That you're his
No.
property.
His
It's the same-
wife.
Okay, do you want? Okay, do you
No.
want the ring though? Because the ring does the same
That's
thing.
what
No,
I'm
I don't. I don't want none
Oh,
of that.
damn it! I wanted you to say the.
I don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
none of that.
Right,
And I am
gotcha.
I am in a copacetic relationship.
Okay.
We both are. My kids' last name are hyphenated.
She
Why?
different.
Because they are our children, not his kids or
Oh, you
my
There
hyphenated
you
the
go.
babies?
kids. Absolutely.
Who-
I like that word.
mows the-
Copacetic.
Who
And-
mows the lawn?
The
Who
copacetic.
mows the lawn?
Well, he
he do.
mows.
Oh,
I actually
cat's
And-
out of the bag.
I
Oh, no,
actually
she
agree
mows
with
her
you
lawn,
on
though.
this.
I do the laundry. I do all the
Ah,
cooking
so
and
you do do
cleaning.
the women
I take
roles.
care of my babies.
So it's teamwork.
It's teamwork.
Right, exactly. That's my point. It's like I don't like. I feel like that's
Hey.
the thing. I feel like people should do whatever makes them comfortable. There are tons
Yeah,
of women
true.
in the world
Would you
who find it honorable to change their last name to their
Right.
man's name,
Right.
and I am not hating on that. Do what you want to do. I'm not one of those women.
Would
And
you let him
luckily
take your
I found
last
somebody
name?
who's okay with that because we're good and we've been good.
Would you let him take your last name?
If he wanted to, but
Would
if
you take
I,
your wife's
No,
last
I
name?
that
don't
shit
deem
gay.
it
I mean-
necessary.
That's not gay.
I don't deem
Okay,
it necessary.
okay. That's not the
Yeah.
word that we should say, but yeah, yes it is. You
I don't.
know what I'm saying? Yes it is.
But yes, it is.
I don't feel like
Okay.
the name should be changed at all. Like I feel like
Bro,
when you you
it's
are
not gay,
who you are.
but it's something.
I
Like you
think
know
it's
what I
just the
mean?
idea of making it simpler.
Hmm?
I think it's just the idea of making it simpler.
So
Whoever's
What,
name
like
is
to
cooler.
Change your name?
here's
Yeah.
the thing.
Whoever's name sounds
But
best.
it's not simpler though. That's the thing.
No,
Like you gotta
it
go
is
through.
simpler when you go to the schools and shit. But here's the thing.
No, it's not.
Here's the thing about here's
It
the
is
thing.
totally simpler in that regard.
The thing about the names is like
What is
my
it?
ex-wife didn't give me my name back,
See,
Mm.
and that's stupid to me.
and it irks my soul. Well, it used to irk my soul, but then she said, "No, I did it for the kids because all the kids got my name,
Mm.
not hyphenated.
I don't give a damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because they mines, damn it, they mines.
Okay,
Right, but
well-
see,
Wait,
that's,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Child
sorry.
support not gonna be hyphenated.
I'm
Wait.
sorry, real quick. What does hyphenated mean?
It means they
Both
they
got
have
two
both
names.
names.
Oh, my mom does that shit.
They got
Yeah,
too
they
long
have
of a
both
name.
names.
I
Wait,
can't put that on the whole
Shayla, wait,
jersey.
so your kids have the hyphen, right?
Correct.
Are you gonna instill these views that you have of you should not give up your name? Because then what if they get married?
And they're
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
be
Are they
hyphen,
gonna be a quadruple
I'm
last
gonna
name?
tell them they can do whatever they want to do.
Mhm.
But
If
you're-
they choose, if my daughter chooses to do the same thing that I'm doing, I'm going to 100% back that. If
With
she
a quad
chooses
last
to-
name?
If she chooses to take her man's last name, I'm going to back that. I am pro do what makes you happy.
Facts.
I mean, 4
I
last
love
names
that
is a
shit.
lot of last names.
You know, unless it hurts
Like,
somebody
but
else.
if that's what, but I mean, look, man, look, it's a lot of cultures where that's a thing,
True.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize that. Like, all over the world, people have different cultures. There are some cultures where they
Over.
literally don't ever change their last name. That's
Well,
what
that
they
ain't
do.
over
They
here.
keep adding.
But what
a
if she
name.
plays
That ain't over
sports and then
here.
there's not the letters is not gonna fit? That's like you gotta
You
gotta
pick
think
one
about
and
that.
you use it.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
I mean, it's
mm,
not that hard.
mm.
People make it more complicated than it had to be.
Just
And
take
in
his last
reality, it is
name.
harder to change your last name. You literally have to
Yeah.
change your entire identity. You
That's
have to get a
okay.
new social security
Mhm.
card. You
Do
have
you
to
love
get
me or
new
not?
licenses.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's a you
I'm
problem.
just saying.
That's
That's,
a-
And I'm and why,
do you
so
love
why
me or
does that
not?
have to be my
This is my
problem?
whole thing. If you love me as your husband, you can't go through some fucking paperwork, but I'm supposed to jump in front of a bullet.
Exactly. You can make a
I don't
human
expect
being
that
come
from
out of
you.
you. How
Right.
hard is it to
So-
get your social
I'm
security
saying,
changed?
you want
Right.
me?
It's
listen,
hard.
this is my thing.
It's hard.
These women, these women want us to impregnate them. Okay.
Oh,
Wait
Then
a
we
minute.
want
Want that? We
if
want
somebody
that?
breaks in the house, I gotta be the first line of defense. I
was
feel
it.
like there's certain role. You know what I'm saying? The least you can do is go get a different
fuck-
social security
no, fuck
card.
that.
At least
You
I'll
want
get
me
the
to
shot.
have
wait?
to. You don't
That's what
have
I'm saying.
to, though.
You can't change your name, but I gotta walk close to the streets. So
I
the car
gotta go
hit
have
me.
a
No.
standoff while there however many gunmen are in my house because I'm the man.
Where's all
But
these
you-
extravagant scenarios coming from?
It's
I don't
It's
know,
roles.
because
The
it's
man
anything
role
to
is
make
have a
their point
standoff
right.
with the
That's all.
gunman,
Oh my
and the
God.
woman role is
Mm.
get rid of your family last name. I own you.
No.
Oh, Travis.
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
mean,
It's that
that's it.
See,
simple.
and when you
Oh,
say
yeah.
it like that, that's exactly the
I
way it
own you.
feels to
Exactly.
some people.
You're making it sound bad.
No, the way you
made
said
it
it just
sound-
made it
you
sound
made it
bad.
sound
Total
bad.
I love the
possession.
things I own though.
All right, so
Like this pick. Like I love this.
I
pick.
love
Oh,
this pick.
you
I
gonna
own this
compare,
pick,
You gonna
though.
compare your woman to your pick?
Your woman,
I
your
picked
children.
you. Like you know what I'm saying.
Get
Like
out of here.
all right, so
TRKS.
Don't be giving me that look.
I'm just saying, because you're the devil right now. But and no, I'm joking. So look, I'm gonna wait till he done texting. But Bobo, so you've been doing comedy forever. You done seen a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We got about 20 minutes left of the show. You say you're doing Burt's. What all, you know what I'm saying? Comedy has brought you many places. Tell us about where you are now with the comedy.
Oh man, I'm continuously growing. I'm independent.
Okay.
I'm not signing no contract like Prince got. I'm not gonna write slave on my face. I'm not gonna go to Prince concert and I can't hear the songs I want to hear.
Okay.
You know, entertainers get caught up in these contracts and they don't read the fine print. You can't do what you want to do. You look up. You don't control your own intellectual properties. I print my own shirts. I sell my own shirts. I do my own thing. I don't need nobody standing over me with puppet strings trying to order me around. I'm a free spirit with my comedy. So you see all these other people who look like they doing better than me. Are they really happy? Are they? Or is it all just an illusion to us when you go to the Fox and you see these comedians and then you see me in the bar and be like, Bobo funnier than them. How come he not on there? And then you see these same people coming to the Fox over and over again and you never see me there. This is why. If you don't have one of them contracts with them, people are standing there manipulating your whole movement, as you can see. To not bring up what's going on with Kanye and Kyrie now. Now you see what's going on. Kyrie refused the shot, and then they fired all these people in New York for not taking the shot. Then months later, now they got to hire these people back and give them their money back.
Right.
So do they owe Kyrie money? Is this a personal attack on Kyrie because he's standing for something? Like, it's almost like when you got to get the bag, it's certain things you're going to do for the bag because you need the bag. Then once you get the bag, you feel a different way, but you need this bag to survive.
Right.
So they kind of put the bag in your face. Even when you brought me to the podcast, you was like, Bobo, I'm going to give you $800 to come to the podcast. And that incited my interest to make time for this podcast, opposed to doing it for free, but also opposed to doing it because I love what I do.
Right.
I would easily come to your podcast for free because me and you have connected on that level. So I will be honored to support the team on that level, regardless of the money. So my point is, you do what you love first, and then everything after love falls in place.
That's what's up. That's great advice.
That's great. So, how do you feel about the state of Detroit comedy? Because I've only been doing it for 7 years, but I've seen a lot of growth. You know what I mean? I've seen it being from no comedy clubs, honestly, and then to you know what I'm saying, we done branched out to maybe Southfield, and then they got, they got one night stands.
Right.
How do you feel about the up and coming Detroit comedy scene? Like, do you like the talent? Do you like the potential growth? Is there any, just your feelings over it?
Well, me, I always preach writing, because if you're not writing, what are you going to talk about on stage? So it's like, what you going to do, Bernie Mac's jokes? You going to go up there and you're going to be somebody else, or you going to be yourself? Are you going to turn into a character like that puppet at the show? I like to do with the Cardis. What's the puppet again?
Nephew.
Shout out to Nephew.
Who were you before you found your voice in comedy?
Who was I?
Before you found your voice, who did you try to emulate?
Kind of like my mother.
Okay.
My mother would throw tunk games, and she was always funny, and everybody would come to the house, and she would make string beans and white potatoes and fried chicken, and we would all play tunk, and we would be gambling, and she was always funny. And I was like, man, I got a little bit of that in me. And from that, I decided to branch out and give it a try, and from there, I've always been blessed to be naturally funny. I just took it and ran with it, but I also saw the writing that was necessary. So whenever I see a new comedian, I always preach writing. Just like I told you, when you're hosting, when you get down, don't go in the back and be bullshitting around. Be over there looking at your material like, okay, I didn't do this one. I need to work on this one when I go back. I'm going to throw this one up there. And when I go back, I'm going to try it. And then you keep trying to develop. It's almost like lifting weights. You're not going to bench press to 300 pounds.
That's a great advice.
Right.
You're going to have to work your way up to it. And so by you being that host, you in a great position to grow. So you take full advantage of the growing opportunities. So that way, when you put in these different situations, you've been prepared to deal with it.
Facts. Okay.
Great advice.
You know, I got to go on stage after Bobo and then Dave Chappelle and then Chris Rock. Now it's your turn. But if you ain't been writing,
Right.
you a little nervous. Oh shit, I'm next. You know, but if you've been writing, working on your, really trying to build an original act and be that person that I know you are, you will be comfortable with following us because you've been growing in that light you're supposed to grow in. So that's why I always preach writing, have fun on stage. Don't get caught up in going back and forth with people. If they don't heckle you, don't bother them.
I got a question.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you stay above the bullshit? Cause like, no, for real. Cause like the Detroit comedy scene, if you know, say we know people, and,
Y'all be wildin'.
and it's a lot of
I don't even
bullshit.
know,
How do
but I
you
know.
stay? How does your name stay out of the topic of conversation?
I duck a lot. My name is in a few conversations. There's some people that don't like me because I checked them about doing a joke that I wrote. And I heard you
That's some
do it.
joke
In
thieves.
your, I heard you do it in your act, and then I said something to you about it. Now you don't mess with me no more. That's
because
fine,
so they don't mess with you because they stole your joke.
because it stole my joke.
I haven't seen your name on Facebook though.
Yeah,
Like, I haven't
because
seen
it's
any
totally-
of like the shit.
Any people. Sometimes you say something so great, somebody else want it. Somebody might still come get your kids, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know how this works. Some people wish they thought of what you thought of.
Yeah.
Facts.
Some people don't have no tact at all. You know, to be disrespectful to you is nothing. We got this social media age. Anybody can go on there and lie on you. I can go on Facebook right now and post you with a glizzy next to your face. I done put a hot dog next to your face and posted it.
He
and
just hit you
said,
with a meat stick.
This dude, this dude is a fucking asshole, and it's all a lie.
Right.
So it's so easy for somebody to just lie on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then once the line is crossed, like kind of like when my father and his daughters, they so pissed off at him, they grown mad at this man. You know what I mean? When they could have squashed that and probably had the will, everything would have been under control. But you find out a valuable lesson. It's such a thin line between love and hate on so many levels. You know, I walk up to Earthquake and say, "Yo, man, you did my joke. Earthquake don't mess with me, so you shouldn't be doing my joke."
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Why is my vocabulary in your mouth and me and you ain't connected in no way?
Right.
I don't eat with that team.
Right.
So why is my joke in your mouth?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And so you end up not being able to be cool with somebody over the smallest of disrespect.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I've learned to do is I write so fast, whatever you take, I wrote something else.
Right.
I learned how to let a lot of bullshit fly, or you end up, you know, anger get the best of you. You be in
Right.
jail. You be fuck somebody up.
That's mature.
You done broke somebody's jaw.
Right.
But my whole point is, hone your craft to the point where you doing it so good. If the audience love you, the rest of that shit don't matter.
That's what's
So you
up.
can be unfuckwittable.
That's
If
right.
I walk up on,
Unfuckwittable.
if I walk up on Rahm Kely and you say, "Man, do that goddamn you naming a joke you heard me do,"
Yeah.
that's a sign of me doing what I'm really supposed to
Success.
be doing. Yo, man, do that one joke I heard you do. You ain't coming up on me saying, "Hey, man, don't do them same jokes, man." See, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you? What was it? What happened that made you say, you know what, this comedy, this is it? What was that moment to where, you know what I'm saying? Because you was leaning towards it. You was leaning towards
Yeah.
it. What was the?
Well,
oh shit.
Well, after watching my parents split up, my father worked at Chrysler, my mother struggled with welfare and different things. Watching my father take that Chrysler check out the house, and then all of a sudden we got Focus Hope, and we poor, we on the welfare, we in the projects. That whole experience of that had a lot to do with it. And then me getting out here in the world and going to college, 3 different colleges. I did 4 years in the Navy. So I've tried a lot of other things. I was a waiter. I was a bus boy. I was a valet driver.
I did all that.
I did all of these different jobs before, you know, and comedy was always something I was good at. But I had all these other jobs as experience before I let go of 9 to 5 stuff and was able to do this without having a 9 to 5. So it was a transition and a something you got to go through, and it's got to be something in your heart. Because I've had every job, you know. I've worked at Chrysler. I've been a security guy. I've had all these. I did 3 colleges, never finished. You know, everybody got their story of why we got scammed. You know, I know a lot of people who graduated from college. They work at Wendy's. Like,
Facts.
what classes were you taking? Like, you know, and now you owe all this debt to the school, and you didn't even achieve what you were trying to achieve. So it's almost like you kind of being scammed. So you really got to navigate
Where do
what
we
it is
go?
you're doing.
Right.
Like, even kids today, you need a trade. You don't necessarily need school. You need a trade school.
Yeah.
You need to lay carpet. You need to do drywall. You need to have something, a barber. You need to do something where you can make some tangible money, not just go to
OnlyFans.
college and take classes.
Right.
That's what you've been doing for the last 4 years, taking classes. So then you come out of there, you feel like you wasted your time
And money.
and money. And when you go to them colleges, what you really supposed to do is you supposed to join one of them fraternities.
Yes.
That way, when you graduate, you got a
Some
family that
affiliation.
can help you find a job. You
Yep.
got alumni. So that's what the fraternities are really all about. Q dogs and alphas and all that. When you go to college, you probably should really join one of them. So when you graduate, you got big brothers and sisters that
Plus,
can
that's
help
where the hoes at, fellas.
They can help you find. They
That's
help
where the
you
hoes
find
at.
it.
That's where the hoes at.
Find you some employment. You know what I
Find you some
mean?
pussy while you there.
You don't want to
You
get
gonna get a lot
caught.
of pussy.
Hey,
You
should there
can't get the bag.
Should there be minors like OnlyFans / like just making money off social media in college? You know what I'm saying? Because that's instead of
Oh, I
like just
thought
like
you-
a
wait,
doctor,
wait.
engineer.
I was so left. I was like minors and OnlyFans. Nigga, what?
Should that be taught in school? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like making money off internet.
No, because if you gonna sell
OnlyFans.
pussy, you know how to sell pussy.
At least
That's
like
the
an
gift.
elective.
Mm-mm,
You don't think so?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
I think that
No.
type of money will
Majored
eventually
in
be the
OnlyFans.
wave. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Like a
It
major
will
in
be the
college?
future.
Oh,
It's
you know what?
I don't know if it's a major in college.
You know
but
what?
it's gonna
Yes,
definitely
I
be
can
a-
see somebody being a
lucrative
social
career.
influencer
Influencer.
professor.
Social media.
Minor
marketing.
minor in influencing.
You know
Question.
what I mean?
Bro, that's
Do you
wild.
still remember your first time on stage?
Yes, I do.
Tell
I
us.
was in the Navy, and they had a officers club
How old were you?
on the base. I was 21.
21. Okay.
And they had an officers club on the base, and they had a some kind of karaoke contest or something, and whoever wins get $500 or whatever. And I just went up there and did some jokes about Jason Voorhees, and I'm almost remembering what I was talking about. How does he catch the people when he only walking? Something. It was something weird, but I got like a mixed response. It was my first time. I was a little nervous, but I tried it. That was my first time trying it. I didn't get booed,
Right.
you know, but it was just like me randomly off a beer, just like, I'm going to tell, you know, and I went up and tried it. And from there, I knew it was something that I really wanted to do, but I didn't know when it would happen because I still had like 3 more years of enlistment to do.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you fell in love with comedy?
Let me see. I fell in love with comedy. Probably when I used to take my sister's Barbie dolls, and I used to take my G.I. Joe dolls and make them fuck the dolls. and shit.
Nasty
And
dog.
used to
Hey,
be
I used to
like-
do that too.
And I used to be
You
like, hey
nasty
man,
Taylor.
I used to have a whole
I
fucking
wasn't ready for
story.
that. I wasn't ready for
I used to
that.
have a whole story like, yeah, what you want to do, girl?
Same.
I'm gonna beat Ken ass and all.
See,
this
I love
kinda
when I
shit.
hear stuff like this because then I don't feel as
You
odd.
don't feel weird.
Yeah,
Nah.
I used to make
'Cause
my
I- 'cause I
dolls
literally
beat
walk
up
through life
Ken
feeling weird
and
as
take
fuck.
Barbie. You know
Love
what I
it.
mean? I used to,
Same.
and then he had the camper, and
Same.
my sister had the camper and all
Yup.
that shit. So I
Yup.
used to, as a kid, I used to have a whole little story. Hey, what's up, Barbie? I want to talk to you. Fuck Ken and all this kind of shit.
Facts.
Then I make my doll beat up Ken and take Barbie.
Factual.
You know, and that was as a kid. I had all these little stories in me, man. Like
Yep.
little, you
Same.
know how we had to play when we were little had a lot to do with it. I just fell in love with it when I saw Red Fox. When I saw Rodney Dangerfield, I fell in love with
Okay,
it.
no respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Don Rickles made me fall in love with it.
Yep.
So it wasn't just like black comics that made me like. Jerry Lewis made me love it. When I
comedy
saw the
period.
Nutty Professor and his arms was long. the
Okay.
Wait, when'd you add the singing in? Because in the Navy, it was karaoke, but it sounded like you weren't doing like singing. You were just telling.
no, I
jokes.
wasn't. The singing like kind of came after I had done comedy for so long, and I wanted to separate myself from other comics.
He's just trying to add another element.
Yeah, they try to put you in the same basket with everybody else. So I just start coming up with these songs. So that way I got comedy and I got songs.
Right.
You know, it kind of separate me from just being, okay, we saw 4 comics. What do you remember about them? Oh, this one guy was told some shit he had, come get your kids, bitch, or whatever. He was,
right.
you know, just to try to make
That
myself.
rememberability.
How did it get
Yes.
received like the
Yes.
first time you did it though? Like,
Say what now?
how did it get received the first time you did it?
Oh, they loved it.
Same.
They loved it and try it, and then from there it just started to grow. So it went one song to 2 to 4 to 8 to, you know,
That's what's up.
just
That's
start
what's
turning
up.
to a bunch. And then, it, you know, it all comes from an organic place. I'm not just making up a song to be making up a song. If it don't feel right,
It don't feel right. Okay.
Right.
I'm not like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Were you ever
I think that's
making?
what
Were you ever
music in
making just
general,
like
though, ain't it?
not comedy music, like music separate to comedy music?
Like
Because like some of the
actual-
melodies and stuff like are good. So I'm like, I didn't know if like you were just making music and then you kind of intertwine the two, or like
Yeah,
it was
I
just for
got
comedy.
some. I got a couple of serious songs.
Oh, we got some
but-
bars.
I got bars and serious songs.
We're gonna get a preview. Or
So
got
no, so
bars.
like you were
We don't have
making
time.
music separately
Oh,
We don't have
before
time.
before like intertwining them, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the comedy. It kind of opened the door for everything.
Okay.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't have been doing the music if it wasn't for the comedy.
Okay.
Right.
So when I just saw the crabs in the barrel mentality and all this, and I saw what was going on, when I moved to Los Angeles and didn't like it, I saw what was going on. I moved out there and it was like, this is not for me. You know, you got to have your regular life in order to do the other life.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's
you know,
a tough road, LA.
and if something
And
don't
New
fit
York.
you and it's expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and if it don't fit, it don't fit. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm at the point now where all of the I'm a star stuff doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm just a humble kid from Detroit. I'm not caught up in, oh, I gotta be this in order to be this. It's just like every time the microphone is in my face, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do as a comic. I'm gonna try to make you cry laughing.
Yes.
I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and I want to be loved for that. I don't want no fake love. I don't want a bunch of followers that don't really follow me. They're like, how come you not on Instagram? I really don't got time to be playing with my phone all day. Hey man, you will blow up if you put that song on there. I'm like, all right, let somebody put it on there. I'm like, I'm on a whole nother song. I'm not even doing Come Get Your Kids, bitch, right now. I'm past it.
Right.
But the audience is not.
Yeah.
So I have to give it to them.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but I'm working on 4 other songs. I'm not even doing that. You know, so you know, you just evolve as a comedian, and, and like I tell Rahm, just keep writing.
Right.
Write like you don't got no material.
Yeah.
You know, when you come in there Thursday as the host, you should have read the newspaper 3 days in a row, just so you can have current events in your brain. Y'all know what I just read in the newspaper? Boom. Make your job. Don't make your job harder than it has to be.
Right.
the internet.
You know, and then that's going to
Right.
help you with your
Exactly.
timing, because you can have a great joke and the timing
Timing
is
be
all
off.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It just-
That's like having good dick with a
joke
bad
is
stroke.
great. It didn't work. That nigga said good dick with a bad stroke.
You know what I'm saying?
Equivalent.
3
Yeah.
pumps, you didn't came.
Dog, that's
Oh,
it.
nah.
Listen,
This nigga ain't shit.
I mean, but is that really his fault if that happens?
thank you. That means you had to what?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Or you don't know how to do semen retention.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, man? I'm trying to put all this
Some
shit
dudes
out.
keep it
Yeah.
real though. You
Yeah.
know, I had to get that first one out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give me
we
about-
good now. Yeah,
Be
you
about
good.
10 minutes. I'm like, I have another one for you.
Well, shit, man. It's never enough time when we're having a good time.
he just
You know
gave
what
us
I'm
the
saying?
wrap
Never.
it
I
up.
know. It's like, hurry the fuck up. There's never enough time when we're having a good time. Bobo, tell the people where you gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm at Bert's House of Comedy today. I got a show actually at 6:00 today. I'm doing a Christmas movie. There's a movie playing at the Senate Theater,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be the host and open up and do some comedy for that.
Okay.
Got a couple of gigs out of town. You know, I keep a couple of gigs out of town.
World
Indiana,
famous.
Pittsburgh. You know, people see me and they book me again, so I can do that on my own. I don't need an agent for that.
That's what's up.
You know, and I keep my shirts current. I got a real good woman in my corner that presses up my shirts, and she works at the dispensary. She you know, she's selling weed. She doing everything. So she
I love it.
she an even bigger hustler than me. So that helps the team grow.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you just try to keep everything in perspective, and you know, be the realest person you can be out here. One day at a time. Nobody's promised tomorrow. You know, we don't gotta. I don't got a lot of energy for negative stuff. I want to uplift everybody. I want everybody to win. Everybody don't feel that way. Some people feel like we in competition with each other. I don't feel like I'm in competition with nobody. I just need the audience to love me for the right reasons. I don't want the fake love. Like, yo, man, it worked for me. And that's I'm cool with that because the people are going to say what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to say. They mad at LeBron right now for not taking Kyrie's side. They mad at him. They like, what is you talking about? They mad at Shaq. They mad at Barkley because Shaq called him an idiot right on
well,
TV.
They both dumb. But shit, they rich. Well, listen, Bobo, thank you.
Kyrie's an idiot. I don't know, motherfucker. I'm an idiot. Motherfucker. When they're talking about some anti-Semitism, an idiot motherfucker. Let me talk to him. Kyrie. It's like, nah.
Well, shit, Bobo, I appreciate you. Thank you for
I love
coming
you,
to the show.
brother.
And I love you back, and I love you back, and I appreciate you. Now, this is what I do at the end of every show. This is a perfect time to do it. What we about to do, Shayla?
And now it's time for a positive moment.
Man, today was a great show. Today, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't trying to feel a little gray like the weather, but I was feeling a little gray like the weather. You know what I mean? But I kept a positive attitude. I kept a positive outlook, and you know what? I kept that positive energy flowing. I kept the door open for the positive energy to flow in. Because what you got to understand is sometimes you can start your day off with a bad feeling and then continue on that path because that's what you got your set. That's what your mind is set for.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So positive energy is where it's at, man. You can always quit. You know what I'm saying? You can always quit. That's an easy thing to do when shit gets hard, quit. But what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? After you quit. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? In order to get places that you never been, you have to do things you never done. And sometimes that thing is get back up. So look, we want to thank Bobo for coming
Thank you.
to
Thank
the
you.
show. Thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for listening. Listen, I know I be preaching that positive energy shit, and I really do believe it. But sometimes if you just got to be a dick, at least be girthy.
Gmail. And also my Cash App is $Bobo Lamb if you want to come get your kids bitch t-shirt. Thank you, Rahm. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Love y'all.